What did you say it was called?
Validation engineer.
Validation engineer.
Oh dear.
I mean, by the way, your role for that is still up for consideration.
Mm.
So you might actually be in with a shout at it.
Interesting.
Which is why I'm suggesting it, because I told them that already.
He will lose his mind.
Yes,
I've
he will.
messaged him.
Fucking hell.
Portugal's ahead of us a few hours, so they'll probably be asleep now.
It's Nathan.
Maybe.
No, Portugal is actually the same time as us, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're
Yes.
like in line with like Lisbon, aren't we?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yeah, never mind, fair.
The North Line of Longitude, baby.
It's weird, like Brazil is only 3 hours ahead of us. But then Florida is 5.
5 hours behind.
Yeah, that's the word.
Alright.
Oh, he replied.
With
He said, "Oh
Hurricane
ho ho."
Does everybody remember what happened last session?
No.
Revenue base
No.
operations.
No.
I
As it
remember
were.
dying slowly.
Fucking hell.
Actually, hold on. When was the last session?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Like
ago.
two weeks ago?
Something like that.
Was I there for that?
Because I missed the Dark Heresy last week.
I know what I did.
Oh, Judy. don't
I
know.
did some. What's it called? Infiltration of sorts.
Mm.
We
We're not
literally had
in
this
the
conversation last night.
Hey, but actually, because I'm starting the fucking session, cunt.
Oh,
Fucking
I
hell.
remember it ended with someone receiving a phone call from me, and that was it.
Mm. It's true.
is this from Cyberpunk?
It is.
Yep. A nice remix.
That's super familiar.
That's because this is the
Fucking
vibe for this session. Hopefully. I believe we saved that phone conversation for this session, however. So,
Yep.
let me scran a bit more of this curry, and I'll do a quick intro. Everybody here?
Okay. I'm here.
Indeed.
Who else matters? Haha.
That's true.
We're going live.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Jeez. Was that the toilet seat, Sean?
That was Reese's
Oh.
wall.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a plate just to appear in the background of Reese's camera.
Here's Shani.
See,
Yeah,
what
that's
my ultimate desire is for Reese to angle his camera. So imagine the lighting that is now in his room. And just ominously during the session, he just sees the door opening. It's just my fucking silhouette being lit by the hallway light. That's what I want.
I don't think you can actually see the door from
Yeah,
my camera's angle.
Yeah, I know. So my
Oh, like,
like
I mean,
said,
Like no matter what angle it's at, I don't think you could see the door
no, damn,
because of like the curve of the wall.
damn.
I actually don't know because it's.
Well,
Oh, you can't
let's-
see it. Never mind.
Well, it's like,
Gesundheit.
Let's find out.
Dankeschön.
It's only work if the whole light is on though. Yeah, okay, it did work. Never mind. Alright, you can leave now.
He needs his eyes to glow.
Why is Sean's camera not on?
Because he's a little bitch. Doesn't want you to see this fucking pit that he lives in.
That's fair.
Might I
Meanwhile,
ask what
I embrace the
is
pit.
the name of this track? Because this is the track for the first time you go, Johnny Silverhand.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
This is the Rebel Path. Cello.
Cello extended.
Mm-hmm. It is not on their like music tracks.
Which is shite.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, never actually released it. Somebody just ripped it out of the game files. it is the best track in the game.
Yep.
Alright. Are we all sitting
It just
comfortably?
makes you not want to rush that sequence in the game because you're just like,
Fucking vibing.
Are we all sitting comfortably?
Yes.
Then
What are you doing there, Haggis?
winning lenses.
Oh, the camera?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Because I'm working tomorrow.
oh,
What? Do you use cameras at Burma?
No, I take pictures of gigs on the side.
Ah, okay. I did not know that.
there you go. Fuck. I need to turn that on. Right. Why am I so
Oh.
red?
Oh yeah, Nathan is here, sort of. He's under that fucking table.
Well,
behind Paul.
exactly.
That's right. Twice.
Alright. So, last session. Let's do it this way. So, the camera zooms in again as opening credits roll for this next episode of Lancer. Only we start a little differently this time. The city is dark. It's night. Yellow fluorescent light bulbs of the outer city glow, a sickly orange. The clean, crisp, bright white light of the capital, not the capital, the company's centre of the city with its black spires, almost like an eye peering up at the sky. And then overlaid onto the city, we see lines of fire running up the roads, underground through train tunnels, all coalescing at this northern point, this northern encampment that is now filled with socialists and jubilation and partying. Our good friend, fuck, he's doing so well. Okay, thanks, Come. Fuck.
Whose name?
Uh,
Gav, Galen, Nigel, Dougal.
Nigel. Our good friend Nigel had joined the socialist encampment at its creation, at its birth, shall we say, was there for its entire time. I was
I've
currently
heard the
still
word
there.
infiltrated over Josh.
Well, you were pretty friendly with them, bud.
Yeah, it's part of my infiltration.
You've not currently stabbed anybody yet, so I would say that's...
Hey, I only stab targets.
Uh-huh.
That statement is 100% accurate
Uh-huh.
as of this campaign.
Uh-huh.
Just
I
saying.
can't
That's fair.
abide by that.
That's fair.
I shot a bunch of communists. I didn't stab them.
This is true. This is true.
So my statement stands correct.
Yep. Attempted to ingratiate himself with them, performing very menial tasks, assisting them in whatever way they meet, just being generally friendly, a nice guy.
Yeah.
He did also attend a rally, headed by one Genevieve, the leader of the socialists, well, as far as you guys know, and sort of hid himself from her, kept a low profile, didn't want to give himself away, but also didn't hear much of a rally at that point, and then she quickly left through a side door of one of these large warehouses at the northern point of the edge of the city. Haven't seen that. He returned out to the jubilation, the partying. Tents were being erected, long tables were being filled, mostly party tables, trestle tables, park benches that people had nicked and thrown up, picnic tables and so on. It was quite a lively atmosphere. Then the camera zooms out from behind his point of view, and off to the side we see men in dirty overalls, obviously factory workers of some sort, leaving their backpack off. Another one, attaching something to a wall almost, and then talking to each other in hushed tones before scampering off up this multi-story building, this high-rise. Then we cut across the city to Galen and... This is why I need my fucking login. Where are you?
Yep.
Guy.
Gav.
Fucking
Yeah.
DM
Here we
doesn't
are.
know his own campaign characters. Christ.
To
Fuck ton of ketamine, man.
one Gav and Galen, who were taking refuge in an abandoned train station, abandoned subway station. after news of Galen's exploits with the socialists had spread throughout the city, shall we say. They attempted to contact Mr. J and were told quite forcefully to fuck off. Don't contact me again. I'll contact you unless it's about something important. But they also learned that Mr. J was suppressing information about Galen's socialist tendencies to the outside world, keeping it within the corporate city, as it were. They spent some time down in the underground, Galen successfully lockpicking a car and hiding it in a nearby multi-story car park. One door slightly missing. And they then spilled their hearts to each other for a good part of the session. Towards the end of the episode, a train flashes past the subway, which has been quiet for so far. And we return. Dougal, you're sitting in a hospital beside Serge. He's battered, bruised, and he's still in a coma. You've just picked up the phone to Nigel. What do you say?
What trouble have you wrought?
Wait, did I call you or did you call me? I can't remember.
He called you, I believe.
Yeah, you sent me a message.
Oh yeah, I tried to send a message in like code, kinda, that was like basically saying that like we were in a hiding place, essentially, like a safe house type thing. I would like to. I'll take this call pretty far away from other people, but I don't know if I want to try and speak in like code. I've made some friends up in the north, outside the city, a little.
Old friends or new friends?
New ones.
Yeah.
Quite a pleasant group. Very fuck. I'm trying to think of like some like really coy way of saying communist.
If you find them
Dougal,
pleasant, I'm
I'd say,
concerned.
Dougal, at this point, you've probably seen what's happening on the news. The news is definitely reporting on the surge of people heading northwards.
Okay,
Traffic's
that's
backed
perfect.
up. You know, there's people walking through the streets. There's definitely a TV in this hospital room. You know, it's an old like CRT one that's fucking got a grainy image on it, but it's still playing the news. So I'd say you have a fair idea of something's going on up there, and it's probably not good.
I've worked my way in here, and I saw a certain little lady.
Same one that Galen was confiding with?
Yup.
You kill her?
I did not get a chance. She very quickly evac'd an armored convoy.
I do have a plan, should you ever show her face again.
I like plans.
What does the current news sheet say about our status? Are we still...
She and the news. She has said that Galen is definitely tied to the socialists. That he is still their socialist hero, their lancer who will lead them to victory. But the news outside the corporate city still hasn't mentioned much about you guys. Mr. J is suppressing that information.
Okay, so our names
Alright.
aren't being broadcast
Nope.
with like pictures and shit, so like
The,
we're still
You know,
unknowns, hopefully.
from Gav's intel that he gained last session, you guys know that the police do know about you. They do know your faces and your names, but they're not really listening about the order to arrest you because they're just pushing back against that influence from the corporatists.
Interesting.
This isn't the corporate police. This is like the city police who aren't in the corporate city.
Yeah, and they're kind of just in that like, fuck you, we're not doing your dirty work.
Yeah. You're not our bosses.
Fair. Very good.
I have a means to try and disrupt her rally, and to have a private conversation with her.
Interesting.
We
Perhaps
can
we
say
should,
that...
Sorry.
Oh, but the plan is quite simple and quite short. We can say that we are there to disrupt the socialist movement, and we were hired by her. Obviously, if we're wearing Yutani weapons and Yutani armor, and then you see the rap sheets branding Not publicly, most of us, but Galen, for one, is socialist leader. He could come up with the whole heartfelt part of saying that he's felt in touch with a socialist. And that he's betraying his employer and routing her out. That way we could potentially have a private audience with her and get to the bottom as to why we have been framed. Also, have you heard from Mr. J or Horatio?
I have not. I do not believe Dougal nor Gap have either.
Maybe we
But
should
that does
reach out
sound like
to...
a good plan.
Sadly, one of the best ways to try and beat a corpo is to think like one. They may have
Well.
anticipated our move, but they might not have anticipated gunning down a mass mob at a rally. And if they have, we might have the means.
We did do that
Yeah.
once already, sort of.
Yes, but now we have the means of more mechs on our side. I'm pretty sure Surge has a mech stored one
Oh.
place.
Yes,
Yeah,
Surge
the fuck-
indeed does. Surge is also unconscious on a hospital bed, however.
Wow.
Stupid fucker stole a police mech and walked it down Parade Lane. Or not Parade Lane, but down the fucking street. It may as well have been a parade. He's got a stash somewhere, and then Galen's got his mech.
Interesting. Well, yes, we do have the power of mechs on our side.
Can you roll me a little stealth there, Nigel? Just to make sure you're not overheard.
Ah.
You have moved some distance away into one of the more abandoned high-rise buildings. However, there are still people about, and there are still people also not wanting to be heard in this rally.
It's alright, Nigel. Just
Well,
go. Don't worry, nothing sneaky going on over here.
So it's a 1d20 plus any relevant skill you might have.
I was gonna say, I didn't even go into the roll 20 yet. Hold on.
That's alright.
I kind of forgot.
Silly Billy. Silly
What's
Billy.
the what's the
I-
thingammy called? The
Comp/con.
Union Busters Anonymous.
com slash.
I have a perfect line should he fail this roll.
No worries. No worries. We'll jump to Gavin and Galen just after this. So.
Can I use act unheard and unseen?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I'm
Acting on
I'm
murder
trying
on
to
scene.
be unheard. I would say.
Yeah.
Why is this not?
Add your bonus and add your grit.
Oh, there's Nigel. Okay. So it's plus 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
How many Lancer games is he playing?
Oof, 9.
As you're walking through one of the lower floors of this abandoned high-rise, most of the walls have been gutted. Copper pipes and wiring hang from the ceiling, and in between stud walls that have been missing their paneling. The windows have long been blown out or stolen. You round a corner and there's a man standing there, a worker. He's wearing grey overalls. He's got like a rough spun shirt under them, big pair of work boots. His hair just sort of like a mess. It's like black, brown. It's quite hard to see in the darkness, but it's sort of frizzy and crazy. He sort of just looks at you, like you've stumbled upon him. What would you like to do? You notice he's holding a large rucksack that he's just
So-
about to place down.
So I kind of like walk basically I imagine walk through a
Yeah.
doorway around a corner.
I
or
imagine
whatever,
that you're
I'm
like
on-
walking through one of these lower floors as you're walking and talking, keeping an eye
Okay.
out.
I 100% would have been under the impression nobody was near me.
Uh-huh.
So I immediately would like to use my take someone out skill.
Very well. I'll let
I
you
just
do
basically
that.
want to like. It would look cooler if I dropped the phone, but I don't want to break it.
This is a Nokia brick. Let's say that. It will not break.
Okay, then in that case, I literally just I want to like.
Dropping your phone will not break it. Yeeting
Okay,
your
that's
phone
fine.
off the building may
Oh,
break
yeah,
it.
of course, yeah. I literally go to walk around this corner and literally just without skipping a beat, I just
Uh-huh.
drop the phone, launch myself at this guy, and go for a throat jab.
Mhm.
With the intent to
Crush
first of
his
all kill him.
larynx.
kill any sound, and then just like elbow the back of the head. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to I can kill or disable someone
Oh, it's
quickly
up
and
to-
quietly. I would like to
okay.
disable this man.
Go for it. Roll me your skill plus grit.
12.
Oh, yes, you do succeed.
Excellent.
So how do you knock this guy out? As you round the corner,
Alright,
there's
so
like, imagine it's like a plasterboard wall, like one of the few ones remaining, and he's just like sitting there beside this large big pillar.
okay. Throat jab
Mhm.
into the larynx. Fuck that up, and then quick kick to the knee. Push that, like knock that reverse
Mhm.
backwards, so he drops to the ground, and then just like elbow back of the head.
Yeah, he just goes. He's just fucking done.
Perfect.
Like,
and
one
then I
quick
just turn around,
slap.
pick up the phone. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Dougal, all you heard was, yeah, I think we're like the sound of the phone falling, and then bam.
You making friends again?
Not such. I don't want to be heard, and he might have heard something. It doesn't matter.
Do you not just pick a corner and pull your dick out?
Nah, I like to walk around when I, you know.
I mean, if no one's going
I
to
like
bother
the
a man
pace,
pissing
okay, I
unless
like
you
the
piss upon them,
pace.
so.
Never stay still too long.
I do imagine you're a pacer.
Yeah, 100%. We call it. Sorry, where were we?
Shall we reconvene with the others?
Yes. Gav
Where are
and
they?
Dougal are currently I can't exactly. I mean, I know they're in like a subway station,
I
but
don't
like
think you ever answered the phone to them.
who, me?
Yeah.
I
think,
know where they are though. I went with them to the place.
yeah, it's true, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so wait, unless they've left there. As far as I know, that's where they are.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if they've left that place. So yeah, they're, you know, I give vague directions. I still don't
They're-
fucking know if it's being traced or some shit.
Yep,
So
They're in the subway station that's northeast of the police station, 3 blocks up.
yeah, if possible, I would like to describe that in like a kind of like odd, strange way that I hope Dougal would understand, but like could kind of throw somebody else trying to listen or something.
Give me just like some sort of intelligence
I
roll,
know that's a very
Dougal,
convoluted.
or some sort of fellowship roll. Something that you knew, and like a mutual understanding sort of thing. Like, you know this guy well enough to pick up on his slang.
Anything that pisses off.
Unless Reese can describe it in a way that, unless Reese can like say it out how he describes it, I think I might need a roll for this.
Can I investigate?
Wait. Is it anywhere potentially near that we've already kind of been to?
Yes, it's near the police station.
But not Dougal. He's not been there. He's not
No,
been
no,
there.
I've been there
Dougal's
plenty of
been to the
times.
police station.
Dougal's at the police
subway.
station. Dougal's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
been
yeah,
to the
no,
subway.
but I'm trying to think.
He has been to the police station, and the city is laid out like an American city. So
I'm trying to think. Well, I'm trying to think of something that,
I can give you a minute.
I'll start the timer.
Get the Jeopardy music playing.
I basically describe it as
Say it out. Say it out to me.
As-
I want to
a
hear
sub-
you describe
yeah,
it.
a subway station.
Uh-huh. So this
Northeast.
is what you say is what Nigel says.
Okay, northeast of where you met Gav.
Fair
Got
enough.
it.
Yep.
I'd like to think that anybody listening will hopefully not know where the fuck he met Gav.
He hears.
So that should mean nothing.
Yeah.
To anybody else.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Excellent. Yeah, you don't need a roll for that. Understand that perfectly.
Let's go.
Serge is going to be MIA for a bit.
It's probably for the best.
Plan is always as good as the people that follow it through, so I don't think you'll be missed.
He like starts. He goes.
You fucking smooth operator. You cold bastard.
Yeah. Perfect.
I shall attempt to also make my way there, and we can have a chat.
Don't drink anything at that party that you're at.
I will think about it.
You don't know how clean these people are.
It's like I look down at the guy next to me, unconscious.
As you look down, you see
Hmm.
his rucksack is just still lying there beside this
Oh yeah.
like supporting pillar.
Uh huh. Well, I'm kind of just chatting the phone now. I want to start just like rummaging through the rucksack, very absent-mindedly.
Yeah.
Do we just terminate the call?
No, he's
Okay, yeah. If it seems, if it feels like we're over, then yeah.
It's up to you
Oh,
two.
you told me where to meet you, so I'll see you there.
All right.
Yep.
Hang on.
God, as you do, you reach down and pull a zipper in this large duffel bag. Inside you see like a packet of wrappers, like a couple of jumpers like thrown over something. As you pull them aside, you see something. It's like grey and sort of like puddyish in here and a bit soft. Hold on. What's
I'm pretty
this?
sure Nigel knows what fucking Semtex is.
It's Semtex. It's full of Semtex. It is 100% full of enough Semtex to level this pillar.
Ah, shit. Here we go
Here we
again.
go again.
Okay. I'm sure he's handled explosives before, so he's not gonna be too. It's kind of gonna be like a, oh,
Yeah, so like this bag's full of plastic explosive.
can I go look down at this guy? It's
Mhm.
like, okay, he's a not nice person, so I'm gonna like reach over and just break his neck.
Yeah. I mean, you do that. Like, you just
Yeah.
fucking twist his spine. Like a spurt of
I
blood
mean-
comes out of his mouth, and he like dies.
He could have lived, but he was gonna
And,
kill some people with a bomb.
As he dies, his wallet falls out of his breast pocket, and a picture of his wife and child fall out. And
This
Nah, it
is
doesn't.
Nigel. That
No, it
literally
doesn't.
means nothing. If
I'd
anything,
imagine,
I would go and find that wife and child.
That's true. That's true. That doesn't happen.
I'd imagine the discovery of Semtex Surge just starts going in the hospital bed, and it's like, shh, 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 I'm just going away for a minute. I'm going away for a minute. Just
Could I
Use Semtex stuff.
sort of like pull out this like Semtex
Mm.
and
There's
would I have like
Quite a
the-
lot of it.
Okay, maybe
Like,
not
this
pull it
is-
fully, but like just open the bag enough that I could see a good chunk of it.
Oh, yeah.
Would I be able to determine like what the method of detonation is?
Do you have any sort of like explosives knowledge or any sort of skill that would assist you in this role?
I have investigate.
Yeah, that would say work
Research
to me.
subject or
You are
skill something in
investigating
detail.
some Semtex, yeah.
Excellent, fucking excellent. Let's go. And numbers cheeky +3, 7.
Yeah, you
Uh.
sort of start rummaging around in the bag and like moving it and try to like pull apart bits of it. You see like some wires are sticking out. There's some metal tubing and bits of it. You're not quite sure if you're gonna set it off by accident, on how well made this thing
Right.
actually is. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think it's worth it. You can't. Maybe if you could try and like really, you might set it off. And if it goes off, it's leveling this like 2 foot wide concrete pillar that's in front of you. And that's what it does to the pillar.
Oh, I mean, I don't care what happens to the fucking building. If it goes off, I'm gone.
Oh, yes. So it's
I'm
going
not
to
even a red mist. I'm just,
exactly.
I don't exist anymore.
It's going to level this pillar, and you, well, you know.
I will be deleted.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yet your death will remain.
Exactly. And get passed on to the next person.
Okay.
Literal boomer.
I'm not my explosives expert, but I kind of want to bring this with me.
You can definitely zip up the bag and carry it again. That's what he seemed to be doing.
Yeah, but I was more just trying to determine if this is like remote activated, like a fucking telephone is like a Nokia is strapped into it. That when it gets the phone call.
Nothing that obvious that you could tell.
Yeah. That's the thing. I just
Maybe
don't know
if
how
you
it's set
had,
up.
you can re-roll in Lancer. You could re-roll any field skill as long as you can change your situation somehow. That would somehow like affect the outcome. So if you could find
Okay.
somebody who was skilled, or you could like gather some information on it, or like get some sort of device that would let you check that easier, or maybe find another one that you could compare it with, that would let you make the check again.
Okay. In the meantime,
I can leave you to think about that if you want, and then cut to the other guys. Or,
in the meantime, I would just like to quickly like pat down the rest of his pockets
yeah, you pat him down.
and see if I just find like a fucking, little black controller with a big red button on it, and that'll be.
No, you don't. You find like his PDA, his personal device, like his phone,
I'll
basically.
take that.
You take it. You notice it's like sleek and black and quite cheap, plasticky looking. It's definitely corporate.
Okay.
You find his wallet, a couple personal effects in it, some sort of keys to a vehicle, and just like
Interesting.
a small stub sidearm like tucked into his overalls.
Okay. I'll take the keys to the vehicle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just like from looking at the keys, like is there like a make or model kind of thing where I can tell like, oh, this is like X car or like Y truck or some shit like that?
Yeah, you can probably tell it's some sort of like
Like
truck.
specific brand at
It's
least or something.
It's a
like that.
Vauxhall or whatever, like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a truck.
Okay.
You would have seen it before, definitely. It's just like a key to like basically a transit van.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I might get
only,
lucky and come across
sleeker,
it.
black, and more corporate. Think like the
Mm.
you know the wee vans out of Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
like one of those basically.
Right. Okay. And probably last question. So this duffel
Mhm.
bag is like, is it full of like one block of like one device of Semtex?
Seems
Kind
to
of
be
like
one
block.
device, yeah.
Okay. Does the bag seem big enough that there were other devices in it?
No.
Potentially?
No.
No, or just this one? Okay.
Seems like the whole bag is basically taken up by this one device, and whatever was like obfuscating it from anybody just opening it and going, there's no explosive in there.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I walked here, right?
You did, yes.
How long did it take?
It took about an hour and a half. You're sort of helping
Okay.
people along the way and trying to like ingratiate yourself, so it probably took a wee bit longer. You weren't like
Yeah.
power walking.
Okay. Um. Ah. Fuck it. If I die, I die. I'm gonna I'm gonna grab the duffel bag.
Fair enough. Yeah, I assume you zip
And
it back. You zip it back up, throw it
I
over your
do zip it
shoulder.
back up. Whatever stuff was kind of on there to kind of like hide it. If somebody
Mhm.
just opens for a quick look, I'll put that back. But
Yeah.
I'll take the duffel bag, and I would like to head the direction he was coming from.
He wasn't really coming from any one direction. He was sort of facing inwards towards this pillar.
Ah, okay, okay.
You didn't
How
really
old
see him.
is this place fairly abandoned?
Oh yeah, it's like this northern quarter is fairly abandoned.
Is
There's
it
no-
fair to say there's a layer of dust on the floor and I
Oh,
can see his
definitely.
footprints?
It is quite dark, but perhaps
If I
possible.
pull out my phone and use a flashlight,
Definitely possible. Make me a roll for it. Let's do the
Okay.
old investigate.
would this be a spot or investigation?
I'll let you use either. I think you're.
I mean, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't. It's still it's +2 either way.
I think
It doesn't make a
either
difference.
could work in this scenario.
I'm gonna say spot specifically.
10. Yeah. You spot a trail of footprints, sort of cutting off, walking between two bits of plyboard. That used to be false walls and have been like fucking ripped
Mm.
away. The copper wire's been stolen.
Okay.
And seem to head down a staircase towards the back of the building.
Excellent. I just want to follow these footsteps as long as I
Mhm.
can. If they exit the building, I want to again try and see if I can spot footprints outside, like in the sand or dirt or whatever. I am essentially trying to find, if I get as best I can, where this guy came from to see if I can find his vehicle.
Okay, no worries.
That is the goal.
You do track the footprints down out the back of the building, round the side of it, but they come round and back into like the marquee sort of area where the party's happening.
Ah,
And
okay. So you like
as-
walked through like a whole fuck ton of people and
See,
okay, okay.
it seems like he came from inside the marquee. Like he obviously came through the marquee to get to this building,
Yeah.
but entered here
Okay.
and like tried to hide himself.
Right. In that case, I think shaft that. I'm not gonna walk through like a
But
whole
as
bunch
you
of
do
people.
turn the corner of this large high-rise building, look into the marquee, you see the pallet and tire fire walls begin to be erected on the outside of it. You notice that there's a number of local police officers sort of like forming a cordon around it, maybe a block down, all from the Northern District Police Force. And then a couple from the Eastern you sort of see talking and negotiating. It seems like the local police is starting to arrive here in force.
Okay.
They're sort of forming they're not forming a cordon right on the wall. They're sort of like straight back, forming their own sort of cordon with their own squad cars. They're not necessarily stopping people from coming in, but they're like just trying to dissuade them. Like, you fucking sure you want to come through here? All right then, in you go.
Okay. In that case, so we're surrounded by like abandoned buildings and shit everywhere and stuff, right? Okay.
The desert to the north and the most of the Snowling Quarter is quite abandoned and run down.
Okay. Seeing all the police and shit, I'm gonna like basically sort of turn 90 degrees and start heading straight towards the east. Or west, whatever's more applicable to whatever side of the building I'm out of.
I'd say west.
Okay, west. I'll head sort of like west, just going straight into like through like streets and alleyways, whatever the fuck. I basically want to try and like get like kind of around the police cordon.
Oh yeah, I'd say if you take 20 minutes, you could definitely do it quite easily.
Yeah, I just don't want to be stopped by the police and
Yeah.
be like, "What's in your bag, kid?"
It's not like a complete cordon. It's not like they've got like a ring of steel around it yet.
Yeah.
It's a couple of squad cars and 4 or 5 officers right now.
Yeah.
Maybe another
It's
squad
still
car,
not
another
still
road.
not
sort
worth
of thing.
any questioning, and
No.
I don't want the police deaths on my head.
No.
So
Yeah, no, totally. You take some extra time and no bother. You can easily skirt around the cordon. You find a road that they've not yet cordoned off. There's no police cars on it, and you dad your way
Yeah.
past the crowds coming in.
once I get to that sort of point, I'm gonna head straight back towards the city. But I'm doing my best to avoid going like along the main kind of roads that everybody else is using to come up here. I will do my best to just avoid people.
Okay. I would say roll me a act unseen or unheard for that, because it's quite
Excellent.
difficult because there are a lot of people coming north.
22.
Oh yeah, you like fucking you just cut through like buildings basically and down
Yeah.
small alleyways between them. You basically don't even step foot in the main road. You never cross the road.
Just go through holes in buildings constantly. I just get really lucky.
Holes in walls, windows. There's the odd sky walkway between high rises that's still partially walkable. You know, it's obviously
Yeah.
run down and a bit rusted, but you can climb the building and walk across it and back down. Nobody's
Yeah.
using these, so yeah, no problem. Yeah, and you begin
Excellent.
making your way back to the subway station.
Yes. Very good. Alright. That's me pretty much. I'll go back there.
Excellent. Dougal, you've just finished your conversation with Nigel, and so you're still sitting in this hospital room. What would you like to do?
Oh, as annoying as he is, young Dougal has a sixth sense about Semtex, seeing as he's a daft man. How would I like to do this? I think I would like to, firstly, as he starts shaking because he's having his sixth sense moment of the Semtex, I'd like to reassure him that everything's okay and I'm only going away for a minute. I'd like to
He's also coming down off all the drugs you give him.
knock him back out and make sure he stays there.
Yep. Back and just
Walk out.
bam.
Walk out and speak to the nursing staff and say, "Can you give me a call as soon as my friend's awake?"
Yeah.
And I give them my contact number.
Yeah, they happily agree. No problem. We'll you know, give you a call as the next of kin or whatever. Easy enough.
Thank you. I'm just going to get some fresh air.
No problem. They actually exits that way down the corridor to the right.
And then I make my way back to the police station and then head 3 blocks north.
Very well, perfect. You also begin heading your way back to the train station, the subway station. You'll reach there a lot sooner than Nigel will. Nigel's taking a more roundabout route, and also he spent some time messing with a fucking bag of Semtex. We cut now to the train station. Gav, this train is just flown past, lights on, full beam, but you don't see anybody in sight, and it's charged right through the subway station. And he's like here rattling off down the tunnels, heading north. What do you guys do? You're hidden behind these pillars from sight.
I mean, I wait till it bullet passes, just make sure it doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, it's well down. It's well down the tunnel by now.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
how many years it's been since these things actually ran?
Between a fucking long time and too fucking long.
Uh-huh.
Anywhere, you would know, Gav. I would anywhere between 10 and 15 years since the last train shut down in the northern section. Well, the last legal train.
Yes, but you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd probably say these have been used by some of these fucking dissidents.
Uh-huh. Because unless that turns off, that's heading north. That's heading right to the Cummings.
Oh fuck.
Well, that's weird though,
yeah.
because... Well, you have a thought?
Nah, carry on.
I was gonna say, it's really fucking weird considering they were out marching people by foot there. So...
You also noticed that there was nobody in that train when it came past you guys. It was empty. No
Ghost
driver.
train.
No. Lights are on, but
It's all fucking automated. I mean, you guys didn't see anything like boxes or anything like that in there, did you?
In the train or on the compound?
Yeah, well, unless it's moving by itself like some fucking ghost train, and there's no fucker in it, then well, are things being moved from place to place, or is it going to be some kind of pilot study for when it actually does happen?
you guys can roll me a spot to see if you did notice anything in the train as it passed you by, if you want.
Right.
It's be a rather difficult check, but you might have seen something.
Read a situation help, or just go with a simple spot check?
I'll let you read a situation, but you'll get different information from it. How about that? Yep. Sean, you spot that while the train was empty, you noticed that
No, 10.
still decent. You noticed that the inside wall seemed to be lined with wires, connecting these oddly shaped mounds of stuff and like boxes. You never seen anything like that inside a train cart before.
Raggy.
And Gav, you know from your time spent in this city that anybody shooting a train that fast through a subway, well, nobody does that. Like, trains aren't supposed to go that fast. They're automated by like the central rail hub, which, as far as you know, is still active and limits them to a certain speed while passing through subway stations. So somebody's obviously overwritten that to force this train through as fast as possible. Which means they've messed with like the LAN network, which controls the outer city.
Bloody hell. So, yeah, it seems that this old train's been sent over there ASAP.
Yeah.
Which, to hazard a guess on the surface level, means that they want it in a place ASA fucking P. So, I mean, my guess would be to evacuate or to transport someone else somewhere here.
Oh. What do you got in mind?
Well, perhaps it's key personnel, or perhaps it's specialists. I mean, if this whole thing's been going tits up and hell in the handbasket since before we came here, or at least before we actually worked together in this regard, my guess is they're planning on something like a bit of escalation. You catch my drift?
Maybe.
But how about you?
There's a problem with that theory. Because I'm pretty sure commies don't really exist. Not in the way we think. No, they're fueled by corporate. That Genevieve bitch that threw me under the bus. Pretty sure she was working with the corporates from day one. They're just weeding out dissonance. So, if that's the case, they're probably just gonna kill all the commies once they come back. Bring out all the big
We
guns
would've-
as soon as they are approaching the gates. Kill them all. Send a message to the ones that are left.
Yeah, well, counterpoint. If they're doing what we think they're doing, which is orchestrating an entire fucking conflict,
Hmm.
then I think what I think we're seeing is the moving of, say. Look, I didn't really play this much myself. I was more so someone to flip the fucking board. But you play much chess?
No.
Oh well. These horse things. You know what a horse is, right?
I think I saw a picture once. Yeah.
Oh well. Well, point is, yeah, they count as.
It's one of the
Point
flippers.
is, I think we've been dealing with the fucking tiny little bits that don't mean a pissy thing, and I think that we're going to be seeing some movement of something which is pretty bloody important, like the quink of a king.
That's how that
Well,
commies work.
yeah, whatever it calls. I don't fucking know. I don't play chess.
Wait a second. Wait a second. We got a map for that rail line anywhere?
Yeah, there's one in the subway. It's up on the wall.
Cool. Get a layout, just, like illuminate it.
Yep.
Can I trace it back? Does that like line get branched into, like from the way it was
Oh, yeah.
coming?
Oh yeah, it gets branched into from lots of different lines from all over the city.
From before the point where it just arrived at us?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's like another subway station down. There's another branch that goes into it there. There's, you know,
Shit.
2 branches go into that subway station. You know, and those subway stations, there's another 3 branches that goes into those, and yeah, it sort of like expands out like a network of capillaries throughout the city. More subway stations nested closer to the actual corporate city in the center, or what used to be the city center.
Gav, any of these stations like ring any bells to you? Think they'd be important? I'm not used to the city.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Any of these stations look like they'd ring some bells, be important, they'd be transporting people from, in your mind? I have no the city, I wouldn't have a fucking idea.
I mean, would they, Paul?
I mean, definitely, but what are you looking for? Give me some sort of knowledge test, and then ask me exactly what information you're looking for.
Okay.
Because, you know, any of these subway stations could transport a large group of people, but, you know, what group are you looking for? What faction are you looking for? Where are they, you know?
I'm just wondering if you had any ideas.
The more exact your question, the more exact answers I can give.
Ideas, Joe? It's like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
I don't know this. I mean, ain't no way we're gonna narrow it down, otherwise it could be coming from fucking anywhere in the city.
Don't make a roll first.
Make the roll
Let's see.
and ask me a question.
Answer me these riddles free.
Well, if the answer to your obvious question would have been, oh yeah, they could come from anywhere in the center of the city or in the corporate plaza. They could come from the south. The south has its own police force. There's the west and the east. There are various gangs there. Any of those platforms connect to this one, and could have sent a train.
Oh,
Ooh,
fuck yeah.
ask me 2 questions.
Right.
Where did it come from?
Well, this
Where
is
did they
so.
go?
This is
Where did
roughly
they come from,
this is
Cotton Eye Joe?
roughly how it works. Is that 1 to 10, you get what I give you. 10 to 19, you get something, but then I can also influence it in some way as well. And in 20, you get 2 things, and I just tell you.
Right, fair enough. So I suppose first question is, where's the most likely place this train's going?
The most likely place you think this train is going, is probably to an industrial platform That's at the northern point of the city.
Right, it's gone.
Underneath the big warehouses that sort of line that northern edge, there's a number of silos up there that used to contain petroleum as well. You think
Okay,
it's probably
so
going
yeah.
there.
All the things you need to not only blow shit up but also fuel an army. Okay.
Also, where, from what you've heard, that the socialist encampment is sort of forming. The platform would be under there. It would.
Right. Seeing as how we already know. But before I chip into anything, Sean, do you have any burning questions you want to ask before I ask mine?
Well, I'll give my ideas.
Shoot.
How would I put it? Important landmark. Any manufacturing center or significant population center that it could come from that are as close to the stations on the line.
Do you want that to be your question?
Up to you, Joe. That's what I would ask, but obviously your thing.
In that case, we'll ask it.
There it is.
You know that a lot of the city centre stations are now under the corporate city and are widely used in a small subway that runs under the corporate city, but can also still extend out, into the wider city proper. Most people who use the subway use that, and it definitely has the best links out of there. The tracks would be empty, cleared of rubbish and refuse, so the trains could flow freely. Where the local district government no longer has the money to spend on that sort of thing. So you think probably came from the corporate city.
Nice.
And from various tracks that could align people on it, do you think a lot of them outside the corporate city, people don't tend to use them? The subway's like practically deserted. You're fucking hiding in one of them. Most of them are like the one you're in.
Yeah.
Or the
Perfect
vast,
way to move things from one place to another without too much of the population twigging on.
Yes.
Are the vast majority of the stations on the map are they located in the business center?
I wouldn't say
Corporate center?
I wouldn't say the vast majority, but they're definitely more clustered together in there. There's less distance between them.
Right, the clusters. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Right.
there's a lot of them in the city centre, and then they sort of get more spread out as you hit towards the edges of the city.
Right. So they're smuggling either weapons and munitions or someone very, very important.
Oh, yes. Going
Skip that.
straight from one HQ to the other.
So we need to
Oh,
call
there's-
Gav. What do you think? Gavin Dougal. Not Gavin Dougal, fucking.
Gav, we need
Nigel
Gav.
Dougal.
Wake up,
Since
Gav!
when did I get fucking itched? One other woman.
Nigel Dougal, I think.
Yeah, right. Okay. We'll clue him in. Do you have their numbers?
Yes.
Well, I do. Give him a call.
From rightly. Yeah. Do we need to leave the subway station, or can we call them from down here as a
You can
reception
call them
to
from
ship?
down here. Yeah,
Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah.
I'd say that's fine.
Gab the numbers and let him give them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, your phone.
Yeah,
I don't have a phone.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
right,
true.
okay.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Beep
They-
beep boop
they
boop
use
beep beep boop boop beep beep boop beep beep.
Yeah,
Mushy.
Dougal, you're rounding the corner. You can see the subway station. Sort of up the road to your left, the chain link fence outside it, covered with a couple of signs and overgrowth. There's, you can see where it's been forced open and people have made their way inside. And your PDA, I think yours is arm mounted, isn't it? Just starts boop,
Yep.
boop, buzzing as you get a call from an unknown number. You also hear a beeping Nigel, and it is from your phone, from an unknown number. But both you can see that, like it's sort of like a group call, so you can see who's in it. So you can see that you've
Oh,
both
so
been
do I see
contacted
it's like
by
it's
somebody
like
else.
unknown and then Dougal.
Unknown Dougal, and then you, yeah.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I'll answer. Because I was gonna say I don't answer it.
See it.
I answer and say, Honeymoon Jeffs, Taylor Emporia. Wow, can I go for you?
Yeah, real funny. This is Barbecue Pete asking for a fucking chunk of coal.
I said Taylor Emporium. You want soup?
Chunk of coal.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Fuck it. Okay. No, enough of the
Oh.
bullshit. We have a pretty we have a pretty big fucking update for you.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm carrying a bomb.
You what?
Gav, have
Imagine
you put
you're
this on
like,
speakerphone?
Yeah, I do. We have on speaker with me and Galen.
Galen.
Did you just say that?
Imagine I'm saying this like while I'm like panting a little, not panting, but like I'm exerting because I'm like, climbing flights of stairs,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dodging through buildings, occasionally like jumping from like one roof to another roof of like a small gap and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
Imagine
yeah, I
this-
found a bomb.
Like when you say it the first time, there's like a flash cut out, and
Oh,
all you hear
fuck.
is, "I have a bomb" echo throughout the subway station.
Brilliant.
What?
And you just hear, see it, say it, sorted. This echo from distant memory.
I am going to shift the call through my. What do we call it? We'll call it
You got an earpiece or
Ne-
something?
neon tooth to my
Neon.
neon tooth to my Juanita buds.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah, you do this.
Buds by Brie, not by Dre.
Yeah.
Ah,
Good
that
point.
escalated quickly. What happened, Diggle? You make the wrong type of friends? No, Diggle.
Quite the opposite.
What
I thought
happened,
you were
man?
Dougal. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I did. Diggle did make the wrong type of friends.
Well, unless there's some kind of weird fucking train Frankenstein, but it seems that the entire subway station's come to life, going from one supposed HQ to another. Not to your petroleum plant, and of course, your central hub for all these other corpos. Let's just say it's something fucking big's gonna happen, and it's gonna be pretty central.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You said that you spotted a carpool train going through a public train station.
I'm saying we found a subway train that has been used for over 15 years, going at the speed of a bloody bullet, beneath the actual usual regular lines, which means that something fucky is gonna be happening.
Was it heading north by any chance?
Well, it was. Wait, how the fuck do you know?
Just the way the land lays. I'm nearing on your position, but Nigel, are you still at the communist rally?
I'm about halfway back.
Make it quicker. You might have some heat on the back of you.
Got
You-
some heat in my goddamn pocket.
Yeah, just watch for any sparks, because I'd imagine something might go up soon.
Is any of you in any way knowledgeable in explosives?
I mean,
Oh,
I,
sure.
I could give it a look. Our demo expert's currently comatose in a hospital.
I mean,
Okay.
I've seen my
Okay.
fair share of means of renegotiating infrastructure. Yeah, what about it?
Like, I feel like I have more knowledge of
Renegotiating infrastructure.
plastic thermals than Serge, purely because he doesn't
Oh.
understand how to minimize damage. So I can have a look.
Okay.
And I can stay
guess-
cool, which means that if you want me to handle a bomb,
My hands are cold
You
as
know.
ice.
I will bring it back then. Double time. At this point, I will proceed to just like, kind of not book it, but like speed up a little. I'll try. I'm gonna try and be a little bit less stealthy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say at this point you're far enough away that the crowds are thinning, people are getting less funneled. So you probably move a bit quicker at this point anyway. And,
Okay,
you'll be seen, but like,
that's fine. I'm just a
Fuck.
guy.
just a guy with a bag. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's not weird.
Yeah, no, people have bags all the time.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, you guys, you first Google, I assume you arrive at. No, you still
Oh, I was
go
going to say,
ahead.
what platformer? What platform? Any set way that you go into this place that gets me to you quicker?
The subway station itself.
Yeah.
I'll just overlay this. The subway station itself is a very basic subway station. There's one platform with two rails in the tunnel itself. One rail, the back rail nearest the wall, is currently blocked off by a wrecked train that sort of like came here and crashed at some point and is lying at the side. The inner rail, which is next to the platform, was the one that the train flashed by. This is just like a one platform sort of subway station. That makes sense.
Like the one at what's it called? Is it Partick? Can't remember.
Yeah, do you like the one? Do you like the subway in Glasgow?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The ones that you go downstairs and it's literally just like
Yeah.
you're on the thing. It's track
Yeah,
either side.
you go downstairs. You're on the platform as soon as you go through the turnstiles at the top. It's
Yeah.
very much like that. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit bigger. There's like a small like booth, like a bit of seating. It's quite a wide platform, but it is only one platform. You can't miss them. So, yeah, I imagine you arrived Dougal first into their lovely hideout.
Ollie, ollie, oxen free.
Welcome to Level Above. You got your ticket?
Ah, shit. No. Do you know where I can get some?
No, I was talking afraid.
Aye. Ah, well. I'll catch the next one.
Okay. See you
How you
later.
been, Boyle?
Is anybody
Yep.
still watching the tracks?
Yeah, I'm probably like looking at him and he's probably looking at me like I'm behind me as tracks, I'd imagine.
I mean, down the tunnel.
No.
Okay, just check.
No. Gav,
Yeah,
are you looking down the tracks?
I am now.
Ah, but which way?
Oh, fuck.
Northwards.
Northwards, that's perfectly fine. No worries. Continue on, guys.
I thought it was with you.
So, Galen, you started any revolution since the last time I sent you?
Not by choice.
No? Oh, you have? That's... Wow.
They started
When did you
against
do
my
it?
will. They knocked me unconscious and put me on a pedestal while I was still unconscious.
Again?
Oh no. Since
Oh,
then,
so you just the one-time revolutionary.
just the one time. Although,
Ah.
did you say Nigel went to the commie compound?
Yeah, last I met you guys, I was in a bit of a come down, and I had to take Fuckwit up to the hospital, saying as his brain was rearranged. Big strong men going and sort business and take on 30 triad by self. Got his face rearranged with baseball bats. Yeah, he's doing well. He's coming around. I don't think he'll be on his feet for at least. Well, depends how long the punch wears off. But yeah.
Huh.
Did you hear anything from Mr. J? Nigel said that he didn't hear anything. We's all together. What the fuck's been going on?
I mean, I got us a car.
You got a car.
I got us a car. Gav's been listening in on conversations. Besides the train, that's pretty much everything that happened to us.
Tell me what Gav been asking you about.
What he's been asking me about?
Yes, what has the policeman been asking you about?
What I did before this, I guess. A few details. Not much
Nothing
else,
that he doesn't already know.
pretty much.
Fair enough.
I mean, whatever Corpo has access to my file, yeah, he'd know it, so. Besides making conversation, he hasn't asked that many questions. Fine.
Is he still our babysitter? Or has he got his own means?
I mean, you let Nigel fuck off on his own, so I don't think babysitter is the right word. If he is, he should be arrested. Self-engagement.
So, gents, what's the plan? Are we still wanted fugitives? Gav, what's the word?
Sorry, what?
Are we wanted fugitives? What do you and your friends know?
De facto, yeah. De jure, Nah.
De facto. Yeah.
Imagine Gav takes a long drag at a cigarette and goes, de facto! Yeah.
Technically, actually, no, other way around, isn't it? So de jure, technically, we're wanted, absolutely, but de facto, we all drinking a cigarette. The proper police and the corpo police don't really give a shit. Because that's entirely between them. At least rather the actual police don't really give a shit because the corporate police are the ones who want us. They're the ones of our face banded with these fucking commies. But even still, it's so long as we're relatively discreet and we're not walking around with a fucking sign across our face, people aren't really going to give a damn.
Fair enough. I'm glad the
We'll
left
call
surge
it-
behind.
Yeah, you'll find certain people with a suit and vested interest around here. All shiny and prim and proper on the front, but pretty fucking rotten in the inside.
Oh no, I met a few of them. Yeah, I've met Drebin, met Pony the Tiger, fucking horrible name for a drug lord.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, and there was
Oh.
some,
Heard his stuff's great.
there was some little fucking crotch stain. I think his name's Smeg. I can't remember exactly, but some low level guy working in the bar as well. Try to peddle.
Oh well. Welcome to Good Neighbour.
Oh yeah, he's high on his own supply now, probably.
Oh, and his own smeg.
Hmm.
Can you
So,
find...
is there-
Fucking hate that.
No. Like, go on. I'll...
You heard anything from Mr. J? Has he got back to us yet?
Well, he's equal parts curious and pissed off that you're not returning his calls.
Mm.
What do you mean not returning his call?
I don't know, I thought he had a direct line to you.
No, he absconded. I have a direct line to Horatio, who is apparently trying to supersede him, and that he wasn't happy with it, and wanted all
Oh.
information to be fed to him.
This is
Well, Mr. J kind of,
news to you.
so on. Well, we did have a little bit of
Oh
a chat with
yeah,
Mr.
I don't
J,
think
but-
I'm the one that called. What do you call it? I don't think I've told Dougal yet.
No, that's why I'm asking. Is like,
Yep.
anybody heard from
Mm-hmm.
Mr. J?
Yeah.
If not,
At
do we
which
call
point these
Horatio?
two would recall. Oh yeah, Nigel talked to him on the phone.
That's up to you. You guys, all roll me spot checks, please.
Oh no.
Rutro.
Really? Oh fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
Sean, what were you using?
I clicked the roll button on the character sheet.
No problem.
Oh,
That's fine.
you made
yeah.
a
Fucking pleb.
Continue, guys. No problem.
I don't like that.
It was then the conversation ended because they
don't-
didn't see the ninja popping up from the tunnel and shooting in the back of the head.
Nigel, you don't like what? Who turned out the lights?
What made you guys hide in? What made you
No,
guys pick? the
what
place
happened?
over there?
Fucking like Sean said, "Hey guys, look at that!" And the other two looked the opposite way.
None of them
Look, an
spotted
idiot.
anything.
Oh god.
I just love that I rolled less than my mods, so that's why I'm laughing.
It's painful. It's painful, but it's alright.
Yeah, it's funny.
So
So
you
what
guys,
did you pick this?
yeah, as you say this, Haggy, as you question the group, on why'd you guys pick this place to hide out? Galen, you hear it first. Choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. But
Cover.
slower this
It's
time.
cover. Cover.
And as you
Oh,
say
those-
that, the light starts to fill the station as this train begins to pull in. Seems stranger than the last one you've seen. Instead of like the silver tube trains that normally are, sort of corrugated aluminium, this one's black. Thicker metal on it. Some sort of plough shaped, welded to the front. As you start telling the guys to get to cover.
Yeah.
You see a helmeted head look out one of the doors at you and just fucking clock his rifle.
Oh no.
What would you guys like to do?
Dive for
Fucking
cover.
evasive
I'd like
maneuvers.
to take cover in the other wrecked train on the other line.
So, to get to that train, you have to cross the tracks in front of this one. Is that okay?
Ah, right, got you. I thought it
Sorry.
was like one platform and 2 lines either side.
No, sorry. One
It's
platform and then 2 lines, like, further in.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
Sorry.
No. Take platform under the stairwell. I'll take cover.
Yeah, no worries. You guys all head immediately for cover, beelining. But this guy spotted you. And as he does, the train, as you see him, like, call into his buddies, like, banging the door towards the train driver's side, the train begins to slow and stop at the platform. As the doors open, and these three figures file out in unison. Like, they're definitely a squad, trained militarily. You know, one guy's covering the next as he sort of advances. Blackened armor, the 180 emblem on one breast, large black helmets, faceplate visors down, and begin scanning the subway with their assault rifles, torches on, illuminators lining up the walls. What do you guys do? You hear one of the you hear the sergeant crackle, or what you assume to be the sergeant, the squad lead, crackle. We got movement in here. Spotted one. Could be tunnel rats. Can't let anybody know.
Mm. So we're all in cover.
You are all in either cover or hidden. Depends. Are you trying to hide or are you trying to take cover? What
Trying
are
to
you
hide.
hiding behind? You're trying to hide under the stairs, Haggy. So I'd say you probably you got the cover of the stairs. Where did you try to heist, John? Where did Galen dive for cover?
One of the furthest pillars.
The furthest pillars?
On the others, like from their platform, as far as he can get and dive to cover, like
So you like
to hide
went straight down the platform as far as you can, basically, before the train
Yeah.
stopped?
to
Or
the opposite platform. Basically, if they were coming
Sorry,
on right,
there is
Yeah.
only one platform.
oh, there is only one
There's-
platform.
There's one platform that sort of like is like a large crescent shape with the stairs going up,
Right.
and then there's 2
Okay.
train tracks.
Okay, there it is.
The pillars are all like just in front of where the train stops.
There it is. He's gonna get to the closest one and hide behind.
Okay, yeah, no problem. These guys file out, and as they do, you just shimmy yourself around. They haven't spotted you yet, but you're not well hidden. Let's say that. Gav, where did you hide or
Yeah.
dive for cover?
I myself, I'm probably taking cover in. This place is pretty fucking disheveled and
Mhm.
dilapidated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it got me thinking. There's probably gonna be some kind of like busted overhang by the track.
Makes sense.
So if it's solid, it isn't see through or a grate. I'll
Mm.
be hiding under there, pretty much off the tracks, but like underneath. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
side.
So you sort of like slip past Galen and then under the overhang of the platform itself.
Basically, yeah.
No problem. Anybody attempted to hide? Could you please make me a hide check with any bonuses you might have? That will take up your first action. Whew. Yeah, you just fucking.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's
He just becomes
pretty
fucking
good as well.
invisible.
Galen, you also trying to hide? They will
Yeah.
take a turn next, by the way. So this is if you want to do something. Yeah.
Nice reaction, Sean.
I mean, yeah, it's so. How do you hide? What do you do under these train tracks? Play this out to me. Do you just like
Basically, I
walk under the
imagine that
stairs and
this-
like tuck yourself in, or
I'd imagine like the stairwell has some sort of beams supporting columns, and you can
Mhm.
pass underneath the stairwell for this
Mhm.
platform. And basically, I'd like to head in under the stairs
Mhm.
and line up behind one of the beams.
perfect?
And it's under the stairs, so I'm at the one that's closer to the platform.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, these guys don't seem to. They're looking straight ahead as they come out towards the stairs. Don't spot you. They begin to fan out throughout the station, shining their illuminators along down the platform. Over you, Gav, you see the light flitter past you, but nobody calls out, nobody spots you. And then the sergeant sort of turns his head, and sort of looks down the row of columns, and he just sees Galen poking his head out, looking at him, and they just lock eyes for a second. Before he goes, he just seems like he just hits his throat mic and goes, "Found him," and he raises his pistol, Galen, to fire at you.
Fuck.
You do
How
have
many
cover,
did you say? You say
there
there's
are
a squad?
5 of them. Squad.
Ooh.
5 of them.
You guys can take 5.
Ooh.
In which case, yeah,
He fires
Raises.
straight into the pillar, Galen. You hear the ceramic tiles crack and shatters. The lead bullet just ricochets off.
Great.
This sounds like Miracle's sound.
it does, doesn't it?
Nigel, you hear the gunshot. You may be a block away still.
Oh, okay.
Everything's gone quiet. Cars will pass by, and then suddenly crack of gunfire from where you think the station is. It's in that direction.
In that case, I'm gonna start hoofing it.
I'm gonna say.
Um,
Go ahead.
if I recall,
Mm-hmm.
I left all my weapons in the station except
Yes.
my blade,
Yes. You
so
did.
that's gonna be fun.
You did. That's fine. So you
Yeah,
begin
I'll just
hoofing
start
it.
hoofing it.
I'm gonna say you'll make it here at the end of the next round. How does that sound?
That sounds fine by me, pal.
So it is your guys' go. You guys in the station, you all hear the crack of gunfire. Galen says and swears whatever he swears as he takes cover.
Fuck.
The other rest of the squad hasn't reacted yet. What would you guys like to do? One of you may go. You may choose among each other, or I will let Galen go first as he's the most in danger.
No. What do you guys?
Can I? Or do you have a plan, Joe?
I was gonna flank them and just open fire my assault rifle.
I have a plan to try and take out 2, narratively.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
I am going to use one of my pilot gear.
Ooh, what
I am going to use a stim. I'm going to choose Juice. Heightens alertness, senses, reduce fatigue, shorten reaction times, occasionally provoke rage in some users. That's a side effect. I
Very
am
good.
wanting to sneak up and take someone out. Could be 2 people relatively close together. Any more stretching it definitely risky. I'm wanting to try and take out the 2 guys covering the rear guard if they are.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to say these 2 have moved up towards the staircase. So they're, like, if you're facing out, these guys are to your right, still slightly ahead of you. You could definitely charge them and get them both by surprise at this point.
I'd like to,
Ooh,
it's the
brilliant.
auditoria.
Go for it. Make me the roll, please.
So the stim was for the narrative, so I could take 2.
No problem. That's fine.
Oh my Christ!
Wow.
He fucked it! He fucked it!
So-
Run away!
Work with me in this. Work with me in this. What happens? What goes wrong? You emerge from the shadows underneath the staircase, and you begin charging towards these guys at a low crouch. Hidden blades ready. What goes wrong?
I think I'm going to shaft myself on this narratively,
Mm-hmm.
but because of all of the, habits that I've had
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this entire campaign so far,
Uh-huh.
for this round, I am going to walk out and then just drop the thingy and go.
Just face plant. So what we see is we see Galen, we see Dougal, and at one perspective, you emerge from under the staircase at a low crouch and begin charging across the open space to peel these 2 guys, and then the screen sort of blurs, and we see it from the guard's point of view as Dougal appears from the open space, draws up to his full height, in sort of like a dreamy daze, and it just face plants as he hits the dirt.
I'm hoping they think
Oh.
I'm just a user hiding in the station.
It is the guard's turn. The guards seeing you do this, just sort of look at each other and go, what the fuck, we got another one over here, Sarge? And the sergeant goes, what? Fucking arrest him. And he opens another shot up at you, Galen. But he's not really paying that much attention to you anymore. I'm going to say, due to the theatrics of Dougal, they are somewhat distracted. So he is going to take a negative d6 for that.
Well, God damn it.
Do you know what? You're alright.
Fair. Fair.
You're okay. Yeah, I'm going to say you're okay for this.
Again.
I'll let you have this.
Fair. Fair.
The guard
Thank you.
pops off a shot with his semi-auto pistol, some sort of, semi-automatic corporate piece of trash, and it once again clatters into the ceramic of this pillar, tile shattering. You duck your head back again as he continues to fire. It is your guys' go. Dougal has gone. He is out for this
Pacified
round.
himself.
Galen, Gav, what would you like to do?
Can I see Gav from this perspective?
How
Gav,
close are
I
they
would-
to me?
I wouldn't say you can see Gav from this perspective, as he is under the overhang.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like below you, under the floor, pretty much. You can't see him. You know he's there. How close are they to you, Gav? I'm gonna say they're maybe 5, 6 or 7 meters. They're a decent distance. Then
Right.
you could get in with melee range if you charged them, but they'd have to jump off the platform to get to you.
What if I were to make my way over and take someone out by grabbing his ankles and smashing his face against the side of the platform?
The sergeant is currently standing by the pillars, like firing
Yeah.
at Galen with one hand and looking away with the other. He's still standing
I'm
very
cutting the head
close
off
to
the
the edge of the
snake.
platform. Go
I'm gonna
for
cut
it.
off the head of the snake and go for him.
Yeah, make me the roll. Sneak along under this overpass and whip this guy's feet out from under him.
It's alright, there's at least 2 guys casually walking up to arrest me.
You do grab this guy's feet, and as you yank them out, one of them goes, and he like slips in the other one, and he falls, like clatters to the ground. His gun going off in the air as he does. You hear him like yelp and go, "Ah, fuck, ah." But he doesn't take any damage. Like he doesn't like bang his head and pass out. But he
well.
is prone now, and I'm gonna say he misses his next turn. It's the guards' turn now.
Brilliant.
These 2 guards, well, there's still 4 guards. 2 of them are now facing Dougal. One of them is sort of like getting out his handcuffs to arrest him. The other 2 turn and see you, Gav, pull the sergeant's feet out from under him. And think, fuck, you can't fire at the sergeant. Oh, there's that fucker over there behind a pillar. And they shoot at Galen again with their assault rifles.
Go for it.
You're still in cover, Galen. Yeah. This guard opens up with his assault rifle and just draws a line of bullets up this poor pillar, but you just shimmy around again and take no damage. You're okay. They don't seem to penetrate the carbon concrete. It is your turn.
I'm fucked. Okay.
You see Gav beside you now has appeared from underneath the rails and yeeted this fucking sergeant onto the floor. He is ripe for
Excellent.
picking.
Excellent. Okay. Could I make an assault? I've got assault as one of my triggers. Would I be able to like move, slash at the guy on the run, and like move to cover in an action? Like
Yes.
just.
I'm going to say you can attempt that. Yes.
Yeah, assault.
Go ahead. 13 does not
Had
hit.
to get.
You
No.
charge this guy, bring out your axe, slash at him. You see it
Yes.
cleave through his armoured vest, but it gets caught in the fabric and doesn't manage to penetrate. He's got some anti-stab weave shirt or some shit on. And, you see him like recoil as he's hit, but he doesn't seem to cut. But do you manage to? I imagine you charge past him and then around and like dive into the ticket office almost like through the window.
Oh, okay, that. Yep, fair enough. No, don't get
No
him.
problem.
Cool, that's me. Fuck. Fuck.
And it is these guys' turn again. The sergeant, having had his feet pulled out from under him, I imagine you're still holding on to his ankles, Gav,
Yeah.
turns and tries to kick you off and like fucking scoot you away. Would you roll me an opposed check? Do you have any sort of bonuses to grappling or melee combat?
See here. Nah, not really.
No, just a D20 then, please, plus your grit. So +1.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, this
I'm
guy
not
like
very. I'm not feeling very gritty.
this guy he's a veteran. He's a sergeant. He sort of like pulls one foot back, like raising his knee sharply, pulling you on. Your chest catches on the lip of the platform, before stamping the other foot back, kicking you in the face. Your head bangs off the train, and like you feel your head ring. You take 1 damage.
Fuck.
However, I believe at this point, Nigel, you arrive at the top of the stairs, and you hear this commotion downstairs. The gunfire's escalated to automatic. You hear like a large clang as Gav's head whacks off this train. You know, they're shouting and confused mumbling as they try to arrest Dougal. What do you do?
I would like to basically bolt down these stairs. I'm going to probably near the like halfway down the stairs. I'm going to like drop the duffel bag. Not like
Yeah,
hard.
I
I'm
know
gonna, like,
what you mean.
set it down as I'm running down,
Yeah.
and as I'm running down,
we can take it.
pull out my blade. Quickly assess the situation and just go for the nearest what looks to be like fucking
Okay.
like
As you come down
armed.
the stairs, the soldiers are pretty well spread out. There's the sergeant in front of the train doors that's just kicked Gav into the train. He's still on his back, however. There's 2 guards to your left who are attempting to arrest Dougal, who's just like fallen on his face beside the stairs. And there's 2 guards on your right who sort of swung their guns. One who swung his gun over to the ticket office where you see Galen hiding. The other guy's nursing what seems to be almost a shoulder wound. But he seems like alert and keeping an eye on the ticket office as well.
Okay, who of the 2 couples of guards, which is closer?
I'm going to say the guards on your left trying to arrest Dougal are closer, as Dougal was closer to the stairs than the ticket office would be.
I'm gonna book it straight at them.
Okay, perfect.
Can I take someone out?
I'll let you use it this time because I don't think they're expecting a man to jump off the stairs and try to assassinate them WWE style.
I mean, yeah, like I'm like,
I'll-
straight out of nowhere.
I'll give you the first blow because it's. I'd say this is a surprising attack. That's fair.
Just
Thank
don't
you.
roll a 1.
That's a 7.
Yeah, no, you charge down the stairs,
Shit.
drop the bag, and one of them hears the bag drop and looks up just as you jump off the stairs with your blade raised, and he catches it at his gun and like throws you off to the side, and
Son
like,
of a bitch.
twisted and
Okay.
skate on the floor as you face off towards each other. You do miss your attack.
That's fine.
It's their-
These things
this-
happen.
It's these guards' turn. This guard who you just tried to stab, you still has his rifle. He just turns and tries to spray you with it.
Okay.
But he misses. Whatever way your sword must have like when he deflected your blow, you actually noticed that your sword stabbed through his rifle and like blocked the firing mechanism. And as he pulls the trigger on you, it's going to go and just jams.
Hey, that's
It is-
pretty good.
Your guy's turn again. Dougal, you start to become conscious again at this point. You see
I was going to say the drug kicks in.
the drug kicks in and you boom, like light shines out of your eyes. You're now awake again.
I would like to, from my prone, defeated
Mhm.
position, lash out at the guys closest to me, probably one with the handcuffs.
Yeah, I'd say the guy at the handcuffs is like almost crouching over you, trying to get a hold of you. Go for it. Roll the attack.
Hopefully this works. Oh my good god.
Yeah,
I stroke his shoe.
you lash out with the gauntlets. You feel the rage of the drug cast through you. But it wears off, and you just like throw your like backhand his knee and like flop over again. The guard like takes a step back, and it's like, what the this? Jeez, this is weird. And it is their turn again. One of the guards, the guard that you didn't strike at, Sean, his friend, who Span followed you into the ticket office and now opens fire, spraying just into the ticket office, wildly trying to hit you.
Okay. God damn it.
And he does. As he sprays through the ticket office, the walls and the tiles in this just aren't as strong as the concrete pillar outside. And one of the bullet flies through the desk in front of you and clips you, taking 2 damage.
Go.
It is your guy's turn. Gav, Galen, up to you two. What one would you like to go?
Joe?
So,
Yeah, it is.
spitting / sneezing out blood.
Uh-huh.
Is the sergeant still prone?
He is still prone, yes.
I just go, "Come!" And then I climb up,
Uh-huh.
and I just pull out my light signature and just try unloading into his face.
Yeah, perfect. Go for it. Make me the roll.
Oh my good god, that would be brutal.
This is, I didn't
Fuck's
realize.
sake!
Yeah,
That is sad.
Fucking amateur hour.
you pull yourself up, jump onto the tracks. Actually, do you know what? Roll me an extra 1d6. Actually, do you know what? It wouldn't matter. You couldn't hit him anyway, actually, with the extra d6. You threw yourselves up onto the track, pull out your gun, and you just begin unloading into the ground. And this guy immediately like curls himself up in a ball and like tries to roll beneath your legs, and you miss.
It's like all happens like a fucking seal swears at him and starts flopping about the place like a retarded penguin.
It's this guy's turn, and he's between your legs. He rises up as you try to shoot him and tries to like fucking gut punch you.
Does he?
I'll tell you in a second here when this rolls. He tries, but then you fire your fucking gun again, and he has to fucking try to get out of the way, and like he's pushing your arms like up and away from him before you like get a beat on him, and he just can't get an angle to actually get a good punch in at you. Galen, it is your turn. You've just been shot in this ticket booth. There's 2 guys still outside. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, how fragile is like the actual like paneling that is between me and this guard right now that I'm ducking behind in this booth?
Depends what you compare it to. It's fairly sturdy. Like it is still it's a brick wall with some like
Okay.
some tiles on the outside, like nice white subway tiles. It's decent, but it's no concrete pillar.
Right. Okay. So it's brick. So I can't Kool-Aid man it. Okay. Understood.
You can jump back through the window at them if you want, or there's a door also to the side of it.
That's fine. Want to just flip myself out and try and like mid flip, bury the axe in those guys.
Go for it.
Nick,
Roll to hit.
1.
Oh yeah.
15.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You
2 damage.
Sure.
Yeah, it's 2 flat damage.
You flip out of this ticket office and just slash into this guy's neck. A good deep cut. You see like blood begin to gurgle out of the bottom of his helmet. He's still up. He's still holding on, but he drops his gun as he does, and like blood's clutching at his throat as he tries to get himself off the axe.
Okay. I'll go.
It's his friend's turn. His friend sees you bury the axe into his neck, and he rushes you and tries to like shove you back off him, and shove you away with the butt of his rifle.
Ho ho! Instead of running away, you mean to approach me?
And he misses. He misses. That hit on him earlier, though it didn't do any damage. Must have injured him in some way. Because he tries to push you away with his rifle, it just sort of like thunks into your side, and you don't shift. It's your guy's turn. Who would like to go first?
Just keep going in order.
Up to you
Yeah,
guys.
do
I'm okay with that. I'm
If
okay
somebody
with that.
thinks they're in more danger than the rest, feel free to take an action.
I mean, I am, but I think this is funny.
I am high as fuck. It's fine.
Very well then. We that's fine. We can go back to Nigel. Nigel,
Okay.
this person gun just jammed. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'll just attack him again with my
Go for it.
blade.
Go for it.
So I will. So what's the bonus for just like a normal attack?
It's 1d20 plus your grit.
Just plus crit. Okay.
Sorry, it's plus grit to all these rolls, by the way, boys.
16.
Ooh, yes, you do. You do. Roll your damage. Or
Okay.
you don't roll your damage.
I've actually never had to
we
roll
just
damage
do
before.
damage of your weapon.
Yeah.
Your weapon
Yeah,
damage,
just
I
plus
believe,
damage.
is... Let me
If it's a
quickly
light
bring that up.
AC and 1.
Yeah.
It is 1 damage. As you slide your blade into this guy's gut, he sort of gurgles and holds it. He doesn't go down, but he's still up.
Bastard.
It's his turn. And I think he's in a good bit of danger. So he's going to try to... He drops his rifle, now that it's broken, and tries to shove you back and, like, take your blade from you. As he tries to
Okay.
pull himself off the spit. And he feels... He starts, like, grasping at your arms and, like, pulling his hands over.
Excellent.
And you see the blood start spilling out of his gut. Like, he can't get a grip on you. It's your guy's turn.
So,
Anyone
Sergeant
in more
Roy,
danger that want to go?
I'm currently resting my gun with a sergeant.
Yep.
Go for it.
In which case, again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd very much like to, narratively speaking, kick him in the knee to disorientate him, and then just fire the gun point blank into him.
Go for it.
Oh.
Go for it.
Alright, John Wick.
Pretty much, it's just roll d20, right? Not no
1d20
modifiers, right?
plus your grit. So plus 1.
Oh my great.
Sorry.
All right. Okay.
You shoot him in
Yes.
the face.
You do. You bat this guy's arm away, fucking stamp on his knee, and he rolls in pain, and he does. You just let off 2 shots into him. How much
Just-
damage does your
yeah.
your gun do? Let me quick check.
Which is
Mr. Gav. Oh, it's not here.
range 3, variable damage. 1 variable damage.
Yeah, you fucking shoot this guy straight in the stomach, and he like you see him in heal. You think his armor took most of the blow. He doesn't seem to be dead from that one light gunshot.
No.
And it's his turn. At this point, he's gonna try to fucking raise a leg. He's like his good leg you didn't stamp on. He'd kick you back and try to scamper away from you to see if he can regain his own gun. He does. He like lands a blow square in your abdomen, Gav. As you think you've just got a successful shot, still like slowly reveling in your victory. You feel a boot land in your stomach and drive you back into the train. As this guy goes scrambling behind the pillar for his gun. You don't take any damage, but you're knocked away, and he is now, I'm gonna say, free of like what was pretty much a grapple.
Oh, right, shit.
Your guy's turn.
That's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
This guy just like run into me, smacking me with the what it was like gun shoulder. Salute. Nod. Turn back to his friend. Axe. Again.
Go for it. Yeah, you just fucking cleave this guy's skull. This is the same guy you hit before?
Yes.
Yeah, you just cleave his skull right through the helmet. Cleave his skull in twain.
Yeah.
You hear his friend sort of like growl in rage at this. But go ahead.
I just turn and I slowly approach.
No
That
problem.
move of action is like,
No problem.
sweet. Guys, I'm finally getting lucky with melee. I'm not dead immediately anymore. This is great. This is how it should have went the first time. Yes.
I'm not sure about that, Shawnee boy.
Shh, shh.
But,
No, Sean.
Let me enjoy this for like 2 minutes.
It's these guys' turn. And this guy in front of Dougal is going to try to arrest him. From all the chaos around him, he thinks he can still get one. So he starts trying to grab you, Dougal, like force your wrists together to force cuffs on you. Can you make me an opposed sort of like skill check, strength check? You can add your grit to this, or anything you might have for like escaping.
No, I don't have anything. I don't feel like
You stand a
threatened
pretty good
or...
chance. So
Hey, rolled more than a one.
Yes.
somehow your drugged out ass is able to like fob this guy aside and like throw him off, and he just can't slip the cuffs on. And it's your turn, Dougal. What would you like to do?
What I've always wanted to do this entire time.
Go for it.
There you go.
Yes, you hit.
So he reached towards me and tried to put the cuffs on. I just went. The next thing I do is click blade and go straight for the tibia.
Go for it. Yeah, you fucking slip the blade right in.
Push and use his momentum. Try and stand myself up.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. You slide the blade in, throw him down to the ground, and he's like taken back of your sudden burst of agility, like lets out a yelp and then a scream as he feels his blade pierce his leg, and yeah, he's just thrown him to the ground. No problem. He was not expecting that. It is now their turn again. The guy who went scrambling for his gun gav is going to pick it up, turn around quickly to like survive the situation. See that one of his guys has been spit roasted by a crazy guy in a suit. This other guy is now on the ground after getting stabbed in the leg, and one of his men is dead, his head cleft in twain by this fucking guy with an axe. He turns up, he sees Galen, the guy you originally saw, goes, "You fucking monster!" and lets off a shot with his pistol at Galen. And he hits. Galen, you take 2 more damage as you feel this low caliber projectile fucking burst through your thigh.
Yep.
It's your guys' go. What would you like to do?
Same order as yours.
Who's actively in combat? All of us.
All of you
I get
are
rid of it at this
actively in
point.
combat. The guys who have been stabbed definitely look the worst for wear. You don't think they'll take much more before they... Like, these guys don't fight to the... Probably aren't going to fight to the death.
I would like to attempt to just finish my guy off.
Go for it.
I'll do like pull the blade out of his gut and just go for the throat.
Yep.
But 10.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You pull the blade out of this guy's gut and go to stab him again, and he like raises his hands and sort of throws himself into you, almost like a clinch, and you can't get the momentum.
That's fine. I'll just wrestle him.
It's this guy's turn. So while he's wrestling, he's going to try to wrestle you again for the blade and like try to like get you down in the ground so he can get some sort of advantage on you. Can you roll me a contested like melee attack basically? I want
Yeah.
d20 plus your grit.
With grit? Or okay.
With grit. Everything with grit. Oh yeah.
11.
This guy tries to like push you down on the ground. Then he, like, when he got in for the clinch, you just don't even budge. Like just lock your arms. And,
Okay, yeah.
well, it's up to you. You want it to be something different.
I was gonna say I like the idea that like we do go to ground, but I quickly gain the advantage. This is gonna end up like the fucking Saving
Yes.
Private Ryan.
This is
with
exactly
the
what this
fucking
is
knife
like.
scene.
Only with its
That's
4
literally
of you.
what's happening. Yeah.
I knew that was where your sadist mind
Yeah.
went to.
Yeah, no problem. You let this guy wrestle to the ground. You roll with him.
I'm
as
gonna
you
be
go
on top
down,
of this guy doing the shh.
And
Shh.
yeah, that's what you're doing. It's your guys' turn again. Your guys' turn.
Galen, Gav, anyone?
Gav, you've been shoved back
Sergeant-
into this dark tree, and the inside lit with these bright white corporate lights. Black sofas line the sides. A number of boxes you see with weapons and ammo sitting about them, and this sergeant is now taking a shot at Galen. He's looking away from you.
Do I see any wonderful toys next to me, which could... I mean, I have an assault rifle, but is there anything a bit more bang for my buck?
You see a couple of shotguns, like a handheld shotgun. You see anything really heavier than that? A couple of assault rifles, sort of what you already have. Different models, probably not any more effective.
So, for narrative purposes as well, I'll just take, just because I carry my stuff disassembled and whatnot. I'm just gonna grab one of these assault rifles, crick my neck, spit on the floor, and just take aim and walking forward, so like advancing, like open fire into the sergeant.
Go for it.
Here comes the money.
Ooh, yes.
16.
Assault rifle, I think, does 2 damage, I believe.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. You just, as you said, march forward and start emptying this assault rifle. You see the bullets snake through the back of this guy's armor and like emerge out the front, and you just pin. It's like that Vietnam movie where the guy's just getting riddled with bullets, only it's from the back. Everybody else just
Platoon, yeah.
yeah, it's like Platoon. Everybody else just sees the guy get riddled full of machine gun fire, and he falls to the ground as Gav walks out of the train holding this corporate assault rifle. It's their turn
Just
again. Oops, sorry. Go on.
Face painted with fucking bolognese.
Yeah, the sergeant is definitely dead. It's these guys' turn again. Galen, the guy who you're marching towards with the axe, sees the sergeant go down, sees his best mate go down. He just puts the gun on full auto and tries to lay into, just spray and pray the whole side of the flipping train. He tries to hit both you and Gav. Just spraying the whole side, this whole side of the train station. Subway. It is definitely a risky shot. Yeah, he misses. He just starts spraying. The bullets, they just go wide. It's pure chance they don't hit you. And as he just creates a line across the back wall of the subway. Gav, you hear the bullets clink off the train behind you and off the pillars, but none of them get close enough to hit you either. And it's your guys' turn again.
It's just me, guys.
Good.
I believe it is either Dougal or Galen. I think it's Galen.
Oh, but Sean, you've not went
Yeah,
in
it's
a
Galen.
while.
Fair enough. Maybe it's fair.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
it's your turn, and then it's
It's
back
you,
to the top
yeah.
of the round.
Oh, fair enough. I don't want to actually deal damage to this guy. Can I try and use assault to actually just rush him and try to like knock the gun out of his hand?
Do you know, like try to knock the gun out of his hand and like pin him?
Yeah, but let's say
totally. I'd say you could do that.
a pass. I'm just looking at the end. If I do well, possibly pin him.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll see
minimum
what
strength,
happens. Make the roll. I'm gonna say you can use assault for that. Yeah.
14.
Yeah, that's enough. You charge this guy, sort of elbow him, smash the gun down out of his hands, and then how do you knock this guy out or pin him?
Basically, I'm just rushing him as I said, like left arm, elbow into the gun, dragging the gun out of the way, and then I'm just using the right arm, not with the actual metal of the axe, but just driving the hilt of it into his neck, and then spinning around and slamming him against the wall, essentially.
Yeah, you successfully do this. This guy's fucking. I imagine you catch both his wrists with the axe as you like put him against the wall with the haft of it. It's your guy's turn again. Galen successfully pinned this guy to the wall. Gav's gunned down the sergeant. There's 2 guys left just wrestling with Dougal and fucking Nigel. I guess Dougal and Nigel are gonna go first. What do you 2 guys want to do? I know what you want to do, Nigel. Fucking.
I know what he wants to do.
Keep that grin
It's
off your
narratively-
face, boy.
Can you remember the Drebin story?
Yes, I can.
Did I walk away with Tony the Tiger's pistol, or narratively for all gameplay we don't take?
I'm gonna
Trade
say you
orders.
did. Yeah, you took his pistol. You have it.
I would like to draw this
Uh-huh.
and hold my blade and the gun under the guy's chin
Mhm.
whilst kneeling on him,
Mhm.
like knee in the chest, gun under here,
Yeah.
blade to the neck,
Uh-huh.
and say, "Stop moving." And I'm going to threaten him, and I'm going to say, "Stop moving, otherwise you won't have a head to think."
Yeah, roll it up. Go for it. Give me an extra d6. Because yeah, it's a fucking good threat. Remember, plus your grit as well. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. This guy. You just see his arms fall back beside him as he begins like one brain and like stop moving completely. He doesn't say anything, but he's.
I'd imagine I'm drilling a bit because of the drugs, so I'm saying that's just.
Yeah, this guy just fully just like goes limp. It just like begins shaking his head like slowly. Doesn't say anything, but
Whilst the quiet screams of the guy.
yeah. But meanwhile, Nigel, you're on top of this guy trying to drive the blade into his neck, and he is resisting.
Oh yeah, I'm going for it.
Give me a contested check again as you wrestle with this guy. Oh god. Yeah, it's he feels that you remain on top of him, slowly wearing him down. I guess you're just going for another attack to drive this blade in. Give me it with a plus 1d6 because he is tiring from this lengthy grapple.
Plus a 1d6.
Plus a 1d6, please. Ooh. Yeah. How do you do this?
Like in Saving Private Ryan.
Just like the full, like he's whimpering.
Just
like,
very
you're just
slowly.
like, shh. As you just
Yes.
slowly drive the blade into his neck. You hear him like start choking on his own blood. You see his friend under you, Dougal, like start a little bit and like as he hears this, you see him like kind of tense, but he remains surrendered. He
Then
does.
I'm gonna sit there for a second, and my head's just
Uh-huh.
gonna slowly turn to the robbery guy under Dougal.
Yeah, you can't see his eyes through like the black visor of his helmet, like the black faceplate. You got a feeling you definitely met them.
Met?
And yeah, you think you definitely met his eyes. You can't see.
Oh,
his
sorry,
face,
sorry.
But
I thought you said you feel like you've definitely met, and I was like,
no, you feel like he was definitely looking at you. Like you definitely
okay,
locked eyes
that's
with him.
perfect. That's fine.
Sorry. Yeah.
I-
I'm gonna say for combat's over for the emphasis of this, so you guys free to act outside of combat. These guys have surrendered. One of them is
How
currently
many are
pinned.
still alive?
One is pinned against
Two.
the wall on the other side of the staircase by Galen, and one is currently under Dougal, who's got a gun and a knife pressed to his neck and head.
One was riddled with bullets. One
Mhm.
had his head split with a knife, and you
And I
just
just
gutted
got
one like a
okay.
fish.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna say they've given up. Combat is officially over. So you guys act however you want.
Alright. You guys have a couple minutes to interrogate them before I will kill them both.
I'm gonna growl at my guy and say, "On your stomach, spread eagle, now."
He sort of look like you see like the visor turn at you, turns to your friend, and he begins like rolling over.
Now grab your ass,
He
both hands.
he does so.
I'm still like holding the gun to the back of his neck.
Yeah, you can see he's still obeying you, but he's definitely like, I'm gonna fucking die anyway.
Quick, quick.
You handcuff him. Yeah. You fucking he's caught like a pig.
And then with the handcuffs in the most uncomfortable fashion,
Mhm.
because his hands are facing his ass.
Yeah.
When I pull them up and just use the handcuffs as a rein.
Yeah, you hear him like yelping like, ah, oh, you fucking cunts, fucking kill you.
And against the wall.
Yeah, he's just like yelling, like not yelling, but like through gritted teeth, like fucking, who are you? Why are you here?
Who are we? Who are you? We know who we are.
Fuck, think we are? Fucking our native security.
Yeah.
You don't read?
So why did you start shooting at police officers?
You're not fucking police officers, even if you are. You fucking scum police.
You know, we got a call that one train went through here already. What's in this train?
None of your fucking business if you do anything good.
To be honest, gonna be honest, I lied. Some of us are police officers. One of us is a serial murderer. Guess which?
I think I fucking noticed what you did to a friend.
Do you want to spend the night in the cell, or do you want to just end it here?
I don't think I'm getting out of this anyway.
Oh, you could.
I very much doubt that. Just do it. Do it quick. Don't let him fucking
You never-
at me at least.
You never played the game before? You could spend the night in the cell, get your corporal buddies to come buy you off, and then they can deal with you.
Roll me some sort of convince check to make this guy believe that he is not going to get split by like a pig, like he just watched his friend get done.
If not, I'm gonna stop going through the.
He doesn't know of any
pockets
police
and stuff.
officers that happened.
No, would you class this as like leverage?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's leverage.
Because
Like misinformation?
if not, I'm gonna end up taking control.
Mm, yeah. What are you wanting out of this? You want this guy
What's
just to
on the
comply?
train? What's on the? What I want him to comply.
Um,
So I've given the
you-
story that we've got a call that a train came through here,
you
and
s-
we try to
mm,
fill his head with the story that we're just down here to.
yeah. You sort of see him like think for a moment and almost like collapse. And you think you could get a question out of him, before he like shuts off his mental barriers again and just fucking reverts to corporatism. What question would you like to ask?
Where was this train going? Why?
Northern sector, clean up job. Fucking clean up the scum up there.
Ah, nice. I put. I take from
Go on.
my back pocket
Uh huh.
one of the intakes of the few that I have
Uh huh.
and say to him, bite down on this.
Yeah.
Making him think that he's about to meet his end.
Yeah. He like tries to resist, and like keep it out of his mouth.
No, bite down on this. You want to. It'll make it easier.
Fuck. Fine. And he does it.
And press the button.
Yeah. He fucking. You watch his eyes just explode wide open as he is juiced to the max. The like a little bit of drool comes out the corner of his mouth.
You see
And
from Dark Knight with a fucking smoke bomb.
I literally turn him around, sit him down on his
Uh-huh.
hands
Yeah.
against the pillar. So he's just like.
Oh, he's just like.
Cleanup job. Wonder what your friend knows. And I point to Galen.
Yeah, Galen,
Awesome.
what are you doing? This guy has begun sobbing. You see the tears like start dripping down below like his faceplate.
Oh, man. I stop.
Don't,
No, he did.
don't do it.
When he had a security agent, this is.
Don't come on. You can let me go. I won't tell anybody I see you here. I'll just leave. I'll just go. You just let me go.
Damn, we can wrap these boys up on a narcotics charge.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think so. Coming down to the subway, shooting up.
You can
100%.
just let me go.
Shit.
I don't have to leave. You can just be like, go over this. I could not tell the company about this. We can just leave. We can just. It's fine.
Well, it's guns out of his
he's
hands,
just
yeah?
babbling to you, trying to get you to let him go.
That's okay. The guns out of his hands, yeah?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Good. I'm going to basically grab him, throw him down to the ground, axe up in one hand, and it's like, sorry, son, I don't know if we can let you live.
Oh
And
god!
like-
Ah!
And then I look at Dougal and like,
He shits himself. This guy fucking shits himself. He soils himself right in front of you, Sean.
then I just
And like curls up.
just like kneel down, just like plant the axe like right beside his head. It's like you're not find another profession, but it's not working out for you. I'm gonna be honest. But you got
He's
some left?
just sobbing, just fucking.
Yep.
Upon.
Dougal, you got some left?
Go, you want some more?
No, I mean this guy. You
Yeah.
got some left?
Or we can play a game. I mean, if
Oh,
you play
boy.
well, how many's pal can, walk up to the nearest watering hole? I mean, his friend's already intoxicated. So
Yep.
we're going to play a quick fire round. And I walk up to him, and I grab his hand and place it down on the ground next to Galen's axe. And
He, like-
spray his fingers out.
He like tries to resist, but he's just like sobbing uncontrollably. He's like,
Well, there's a quick fire round. And you might be able to test. It could be 5 rounds, it could be 20 rounds. Depends how you want to go.
Right.
What do you want? He is just
Yeah.
fucking distraught. Like, he is screaming at this point.
Just standing there looking down at him, just pathetic.
Gav, you've been here for some time.
Yes.
Gunfire usually draws the authorities. And there's been a lot of gunfire in this subway.
That's why I use blades.
Just Gav would think of this.
Yeah,
I
whatever you lads are going to be doing, best we do it quick and a little bit cleaner. So,
We're on the quickfire round.
we'll make this pretty fucking quick. Otherwise, we're going to have to end up liquidating our assets, sooner rather than later.
Question one.
End up liquidating.
What was on this train?
Cancelamos!
Question two. What was on the previous train?
I don't know. Had some sort of device.
All right, cut it off.
Question three. What was your orders?
Clean up after everything went up. We're supposed to go out and clear out any of the socialists left.
Question four. Would you suck on this? And I slap Jet into his mouth.
Jeez, I don't know where you go with that.
I
Holy
thought I was going somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah,
And
fuck.
like try and force him whilst pressing the button. Just
Yeah, he was. You see his eyes like go wide, and then he just like. he's like half sobbing, half laughing. You like. He's in. He you don't even think he can remember his own name at this point. He's just gone.
I mean, it's truly bad form. You can bet your ass this will be in the corporate report. Intoxicated on duty. Oh well.
No, if you
You
told
can't
me
get this
this
stuff.
morning, if you told me this morning that we'd find two cops fucked out of their minds on DMT, I would not have believed you.
Killed all their colleagues too.
Absolutely insane. Gunned them down when they were completely unarmed as well, and I begin picking up the guns on the ground.
Even their sergeant from behind as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So you guys want to grab that car now? Find somewhere else?
Oh,
Yeah. Did we find a way? I know it might is damage limitation recoverable asset. Did you find anything on that train that was scupper?
All those fucking guns, mate.
There are boxes and boxes of ammunition in this car, with multiple other firearms. Assault rifles, a couple of shotguns, a lot of handguns. Yeah, are you taking a look around the car? Are you looking for anything specifically? Not the car, carriage.
Grenades.
Grenades.
Or intel. Any? Is there a relay?
You don't see any grenades, but there's a data slate left on one of the seats, which still seems to be open.
And just like pick it up.
You pick it up, but
Keepers,
it's on. It seems to have some sort of lock screen on it, but you need to have it.
Walk over to the sergeant, take his fingers and like try and dry them off on his body, and then like. Nope.
You see it plays the unlock and that's it unlocks with his fingerprint.
I would like to cyberpunk it.
Yep. Well,
Pull into this whilst it's open, accept tether, and
yeah, you just wipe it all onto your personal device. Yep, no problem. You see the bar begin to load as you begin to wipe the data onto it. Would you guys like to do anything else while
Yeah.
you watch Dougal?
That's all happening.
Yep. While Dougal does this, would you guys like to?
I would like to grab that duffel bag with the bomb.
Yeah.
I would like to bring it onto the train and just like set it under a seat or something.
Yeah. You just take it onto the train and push it under one of the plush leather seats either side of this train carriage.
Yeah, like a little bit hidden. Because like I said, clean up after it all goes up. Makes me think that all these bombs are going to be remote detonated at the same time. My hope is we send this train on, and it goes boom, somewhere where a bunch of fucking Veneta security are gathering, because that'd be fucking hilarious. They're all just sitting there and they're like, all right, boys, let's get ready to go get these fuckers. Let's blow the charges. And there's like 20 dudes. They're like, yeah. And they're like, click.
Remember, no rushing.
So yeah, I do that.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
I don't say a word to anybody unless
It's
anybody
alright.
stops me.
Gav, what would you like to do in this time?
This time I'm going for certain personal effects. That no, I'm doing
Cut
Gab's
ears
voice
off.
now. What the fuck? Yes, I'm quite easy. I'm just going through and trying to find out who these people are individually. They have any like ID and all that stuff.
Yeah, they've
Certain
got
things
the,
like copt effects.
they've got their
Just pull
180
out your face
IDs.
scanner and scan the face.
No, yeah, no, they've got their 180 IDs. They've got their personal links and so on. The sergeant was Sergeant McCulloch. You got Private Mirez, Private Ramos, Private Lee, and Private Jesse. Private Lee and Private Jesse are currently on drugs. One of them is pissing himself. The other one is just fucking high out of his mind. But then, you're going through like their personal effects. You find, a couple of chits, some loose change, their IDs, their phones, anything you'd expect a security guard to have on them. But on Sergeant McCulloch, as you're searching through his pockets, you put like a small notepad. It's got various notes and orders written down on it. You can give it a quick scan.
Oh well. A few names. I'm gonna save them as it were. I write them down. Just so we know exactly who we did shoot, and well, who shot each other rather, and who we did find down here. But besides that, I don't think any. If these fuckers had grenades, they probably would have used them by now. So
Probably.
oh well. Oh well. Good to get some of them anyway. Nah, I'm probably inside the train as well, looking through stuff and getting more ammunition. A few clips here and there.
Yeah, no problem. You restocking your ammunition. Just sort out various bits and pieces. There's no other like information sitting about the train. But any like weapons you sort of need or want, you could probably get from in here if you want to swap out anything.
You see little single-handed shotguns, right?
Yeah, little like sort of like sawn off. Like there's like a pistol grip and like a pump on it.
All right. Yeah, I'll take one of them as opposed to my. Well, I can keep my handgun, but even still. Actually, no, I can't. I'm going. How much damage does it do compared to the? Is this another light signature or what?
I would say this does medium damage. Would do 2 damage. It would.
In that case, yeah, I'm just gonna throw my little handgun away and replace my light signature with that
Fair enough. Yeah, sounds good.
as my sidearm.
Very good. Galen, would you like to do anything in this time? Is everybody sort of like going through their personal effects, looting what they can?
Trying to think. Besides helping Gab collect some of the weapons, we're just loading the explosives on trains. We're not getting on ourselves, no. Clarify.
No, we're sending it on.
That's what I figured.
If you spot Nigel setting the bomb on the train, then
I imagine everybody spots Nigel setting the bomb on the train. I'll be honest.
to be honest,
I
I
don't
was
think it's
watching
something you
Nigel.
miss.
I was watching Nigel mainly to make sure he didn't just kill the guys that we
Yeah.
had framed.
I don't think this is something you're going to miss. Is Nigel planted a bomb on the train? I'll be honest. I
mean, I
imagine he's
wouldn't
got
call
a
it
big smile when he does it.
planting.
It appears that they gunned down their sergeant, sir, then stabbed themselves directly in the trachea. Like, no,
Classic
doesn't quite.
suicide.
You know? So yeah.
He had a tragic accident. He slipped in the shower and fell onto a knife.
You see, he doesn't seem to be able to communicate besides this blinking thing. So, blink once. So let me get this straight. Blink once for yes, twice for no. Did you or did you not take a lot of drugs and end up killing all of each other in a massive melee beep beep. Huh, yes, yes. You're guilty, son.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I was thinking more of the Hot Fuzz part of like Sanford. Is like, oh, how did she die? It's like she tripped and fell on her own shears.
Yeah, right.
yeah. What would you like to do, Keelan? I'd say everybody's like coming to the end of their tasks at this point.
Wrap it up, guys.
Any empty bottles in the
Oh, loads of them.
Cool. I want to prop up these two fuckers that are still alive. Prop them up, like sitting down against the wall, and just like throw a bunch of empty bottles like random.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
You do this. One of them is still in handcuffs. But you just chuck them against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, grand.
I'm just besides that, can I grab one of these assault rifles?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Besides
Galen,
that,
Galen,
Huh?
Galen, can you get the key off of him and put it on the sergeant here?
good idea.
Thank you.
Just do that, Rick. Do that, Paul.
Key.
Yeah,
Handcuffs?
handcuff key.
Oh, the handcuff key. Yes, of course.
There we go. Grab that off him, and I slip it onto the sergeant.
Yeah, no problem. As you do, I assume you just reach in and grab one of the assault rifles and some cups of ammo. It's sort of like a slate, like black matte plastic. I think very much. Like,
I'm picturing Halo assault rifle.
Think
Nah, yes.
think more like a FAMAS.
Ooh,
but
yep.
more
Silver
circular
Halo
barrel.
battle rifle.
More yeah,
Colonial Marines.
more like a battle rifle, yes. But imagine a more like sleek plastic corporate version of it.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Colonial Marines.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, produce.
Yeah, no problem.
So-
Paggy, Dougal, you grab your data. Nigel, you plant the bomb, no problem, and exit the train. And
Gav, how
Gav
much
is-
time do we have?
Gav,
Between yesterday and 5 minutes ago. Let's go.
yeah, you don't think they've done enough time. Gav, as you put down this sergeant, you and Dougal, as you're like sort of kneeling down next to him, Dougal, as he's swiping the data, you hear like a crack through this guy's headset and like a hello, come in. Somebody's trying to radio this guy.
No, I'm gonna grab it.
Grab the earpiece. What do you do?
Yeah, grab the radio.
I suggest to like cover your mouth whilst talking. Sorry,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
more muffled.
Oh, yeah, right. What's the sergeant's name again, Paul?
McCulloch.
Sergeant Gollock, what's your status, over?
McCulloch, what's going on? Why is the train stopped for so long? I've taken out those ruffians.
Oh yes, oh, yeah. Tango spotted and neutralized. Don't worry about any. Don't worry about any other constant. Sorry, one of them got me in the throat. The point is, they're all neutralized. The train should be back up and running ASAP. Over.
Excellent. Reboard the train and we'll push it on to section 2 of the plan.
Roger that. Sergeant Gollock out. And then just stamp on the fucking radio, make sure it's.
Yep. As you do that, you think you recognize this voice? Sounded like George. The foreman. One of the guys who betrayed
George
you.
Foreman.
Of the jungle?
One of the guys who betrayed you on your mission out into the desert. I'm glad you guys have finally got that.
Gonna get
Oh
grilled.
my god, that's amazing.
The foreman has been called George
This entire time.
this entire time. I'm glad
That's
finally
Oh, we got grilled
George
there,
Foreman
boys.
has came to the front.
That's
Just-
so good.
Layered the fucking puns. The puns are interwoven with the reality of your game. Fucking amazing.
Yes, but you do know him as the person who gave you the mission to go out and kill the socialists, who betrayed you along with Genevieve. What do you guys do? Oh, or
I don't know about you, gents, but I kind of want to go and see the aftermath. Might be an opportunity.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, yes. Oh.
though. Up
Mm.
top's gonna be buzzing with cops pretty soon, so
Yep,
Should
less
we-
feminists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega key. Bonus.
You grab your gear and begin to file out of the subway station. Who's leading you and where are you going?
You know, I'm asking Gav, do you still have that speeder?
does when I was
Best we get a car.
does
you
the
do not
train
still have the speeder.
what do you call it?
Mhm.
I wouldn't have seen when they pulled in actually.
You would not.
Um,
Depends. It might be quite obvious if you just look at the train. You have been here for a little bit of time.
I just want to like glance at the front of the train. Does it look like they were manually operating it, or like is it
doesn't-
automatic?
It does not.
It was automatic.
It looks like there's definitely a cabin in the front. The lights are on in it, but there's no driver. It looks like it was being operated by somebody else, perhaps remotely. Or
And it had a
perhaps,
snowplow.
or perhaps
or
the sergeant was
debris.
operating it somehow via his PDA. You're not quite sure. It could be either. Could also be some sort of AI or VI within the train itself that takes over the driving
How
capabilities.
do we get the train to go again?
Can I help him? And like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I would say that same question. How do we send the train on?
Can I investigate?
Gav, did you share your conversation with everybody else? Gav?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody would have heard
Okay.
George over the earpiece mention that he was going to send the train on to the second staging post as soon as everybody was aboard again.
I mean, you've loaded up place with a fucking bomb, haven't you, there, Nige?
I literally just smile.
That's a spirit.
Is that radio broken?
Yeah, this one is.
Right, boys. 3 of us hold the door open. Is our comms radio inside the train?
Maybe I should explain this. Anybody who's like worked with corporates before or corporate security before knows that every piece of their gear is like ID tagged, that they wear. So, like, they'd be tracked basically by it. So if they're outside the train, the corporate like controller knows they're outside of the train.
Ah,
Fuck. That was what my worry was.
This is sort of like common knowledge for the world. Like most security guards' gear, like their armor, maybe their weapon they're currently carrying, would be like tagged to them, so they can find it on their HUD or be told where it is and track it down, or they can track the location of their security guards.
Quick, we need to shift these bodies back in.
yeah. Okay. Well, knowing that
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
knowing that
well,
would be
so-
part of the
yeah.
elements of making the train move again. I imagine probably during the process of moving the bodies onto the
Mhm.
train is when the crackle and the airpiece would happen, and that conversation would
That's
be
fair
okay.
to say. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
That's
can
fair
shift
to
the
say.
bodies and shift the 2 comatose guys.
Yep. As you roll those guys into the train, the doors slide neatly shut, and the train begins to pull out of the station.
I tossed that PA back in as well,
Yeah, no problem.
seeing as I've got everything.
Sounds good. What would you guys like to do now?
Should we follow the train on foot?
For a ways, but
If
you
you
do notice that it is picking up speed as it begins to leave the station. Probably-
more so like up top could be swarming in cops almost as soon as we get up there.
True. Do what? How about get on the train line, go to the next station, get off there, and then we can make our way. Because I got a car, so.
But you do.
I would prefer to just not get into another fight.
Fine.
Speaking of, I also grabbed my fucking giant gun that I stored here.
Yes. I assumed you grabbed all your gear and equipment.
Yeah.
Gav, do you not have a comm scanner?
Of course I do.
So what's the radio chatter? Is anyone coming to this location?
Let's see. One moment. just use this all ham radio. What
Yeah,
do I
you-
hear?
Click it onto your police frequencies, and you hear the dispatcher for the Northern District go, Echo 2-1, are you en route? And they go, yeah, 2 blocks out, had to come back from the north. Pull some guys with us for this gunfire, some sort of gang shootout. We'll be there in ETA 3-4 minutes, about 6 blocks out.
Anyone wants to go topside, now's your chance.
Oh, let's make like hockey and get a puck eye.
Go. On the tracks.
I'd rather take the tracks.
On the tracks,
Fuck
just
it.
to the next station.
Fuck it, we take the tracks.
Fair enough.
Go.
You guys
I
climb,
hop onto the tracks.
climb onto
I
the
start
track.
following the direction the train went.
Yeah, and we start running.
No, it's like, fuck's sake.
No problem. You guys begin sprinting off down these tracks. The light from the inside of the train disappearing into the darkness in front of you as the train tunnel dims. Does anybody have a torch?
I imagine all of our phones have torches.
Good shot. Yes, they do. Yeah.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh,
So,
man.
I'm wearing a light hard suit.
So yeah, you're perfectly fine as you begin. I mentioned you're more like a high jog at this point. You're not sprinting because.
Oh yeah, just jogging.
Yeah.
Jogging down this train tunnel, your phone's
I am
illuminating
just.
ahead of you. You're full fucking cat sprinting.
Carry me.
Like, yeah, you can jogging down this tunnel into the darkness. You're not nobody actually checked how far away the next station was, so you're jogging in the darkness for what seems for quite a long time. But then again, you guys all have watches with you, so and phones, yeah. So you can tell while it seems like a long time, it's maybe only been 15 to 20 minutes before you guys reach sort of the next station. As the train line opens up into a station with 2 platforms and like an overarching bridge. This is a larger subway station. There seems to be gloomy atmospheres in here. You notice that the glass ceiling that's in the middle of the station is cracked and broken. There's like bits of moss and vines hanging through it from where it opens up into the darkness above into the night.
They also seem fairly abandoned.
Oh yes, this is very abandoned, yes.
Alright, perfect.
What do you guys like to do?
Probably exit the subway here, I guess.
Mhm.
Come up to this platform and make our way up cautiously.
I would like to spot the exit signs.
Yeah, well, the exit sides still work, luckily. So, and it's very easy to see the large staircase exiting up, actually onto the roadway or the footpath itself above you. As you guys exit this large station, you come up onto a larger road, like almost like a dual carriageway, a more main thoroughfare, with the subway being off to one side, the road leading, the turnstiles leading directly on to one of the footpaths. You think, as the crow flies, you're a good distance away from that other train station, even though it's only been about 20 minutes at a good jog.
You can run 5k in 30.
Yeah, you're a good distance, and it's actually. I'm saying you're a longer distance than you actually are because you went direct, whereas cops would have to go through the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah, a couple of locals, some guys, walking past, still heading north, sort of glance at you as you turn over the turnstiles, but you could just be druggies, so they don't really pay too much mind. They didn't really want to get dragged into whatever's going on down there. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to check nip into an alleyway and check the data, especially phase 2.
Yeah, no
Like
problem.
quickly skim over the plan to see
did-
what these corporal fucks were up to.
Skimming over the plan and begin reading. And you read the first train carriage. Will reach Northern Industrial Station B74. ETA 10:30. Then just the next 9, ignition. Post ignition, rendezvous with corporate forces in the area. Distribute arms. Clean up socialists.
Wow.
And as you sort of read the last of
closet.
this, you feel it before you hear it. The ground shakes, a mighty rumble, and dust and debris like fall off the buildings beside you. And birds scatter, and then you hear it. This massive crash, this massive boom that shakes you to your bones, as something explodes north of you.
Excellent.
A massive gout, a pillar of fire erupts from what you would know. Fucking terrible tonight. Jesus Christ. Nigel, as what would be the Socialist Plaza. And
Good thing I'm not there.
you see, secondary explosions in the building around it as these buildings begin collapsing in towards the plaza itself.
Wow.
Then there's just screaming and people running, basically. A massive bomb has just gone off.
We want to be the two guys on that train.
Nope. Trying to feel a little. Wait,
Sorry, maybe I should restate that.
we didn't put the two guys on the train.
We
Yep.
did.
But everybody had to go back in the train.
Oh.
Dead and alive.
Oh. Now I feel bad.
Sorry, maybe I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
completely clear with the instructions. The instructions was that the first carriage reaches the site, ignition. Second carriage then reaches the site after that,
yeah, cleanup team.
the cleanup team. From what you gathered, the cleanup team would not have been caught in that explosion.
That's why I make the comment. I don't want to
Fair
be
enough.
those two guys
That's
on the
alright.
train.
Just making sure that was clear in case it wasn't.
Can you imagine a bomb goes off and then the corporal walks in? There's one guy missing a head, one shot to hell, and two guys, one handcuffed and one soiled, just sitting there going. It's like, well, here's the people that did it. In case you didn't know.
Fair. Yep. What would you guys like to do?
Well, fuck.
Chance,
So
I
that-
think we might be able to force. I fucking forgot her name. I'm doing it as well, Paul.
Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Genevieve, and we might be able to force Genevieve and Foreman to show himself.
Excellent. Kill two
Well-
birds with one stone, eh?
After disaster, who better to show up than the hero of the socialists?
Ooh, I like that.
And we force
You've
another
got-
rally and call out Genevieve. Come.
You've got a devious mind. How did you not make the board of directors?
Because I end the board of directors.
Duly noted. Oh, we're gonna get on.
As you
Sounds like a
guys.
plan. Call this fucking rally.
We're going to need Surge and his mech as well, though, if we want to dominate the situation. You'll need your mech as well there, Galen.
Mm-hmm. Well, we
Well-
know where it's stashed.
I was gonna say, is our Eurasian friend pretty, quadrispazzed, or is he just facially fucked?
Probably just let you see him. You might not know the difference in the way he's speaking, but you can all make your own assessment when you see him.
No, well. I'll show you, never mind.
If there is any difference. Maybe there
Yeah.
might be an improvement.
Yeah, probably will be.
As you
Let's take a
guys.
wee gander.
As you guys plan and chat about what you're going to do next, and sort of lull the silence of people screaming and begin running away after this massive explosion that rocked the foundations of the city, you notice a flurry of activity from the corporate city. Helicopters, black helicopters, have begun to line the air. There are sirens going off from black cars flying past. It seems like the whole corporate police infrastructure has woken up and has started to enforce martial law upon the city. The camera pans out from you guys, panning up over the city. We see squad cars these black squad cars, large SUVs, corporate troops pouring out at key intersections and junctions, moving into police stations and forcing the cops inside to surrender and stand down. And in one of the helicopters, we see Genevieve and George sitting, earpiece in hand, watching as the corporate supporters move towards the second car, open the door, pull out two guys that are absolutely fucked out of it, and sort of chuck them to the side, a bit confused, but notice that the weapons and ammo are still there, and begin to distribute it between themselves, and just mow down any survivors they find in the rubble. Genevieve sort of smiles to George and goes, "Well, this certainly went well. Doesn't look like the Council of the Outer Ring will be able to stop the full takeover from the city anymore, and it's all thanks to us." He goes, "Yes, I see a brave promotion for both of us. Couldn't have gone better." And then we fade to black.
Bloody hell.
Nice.
Reese is also
Good shit.
faded to black.
You-
Sorry if that was a
Yeah.
bit abrupt.
Yes.
No, no.
But it is.
You're giving more and more ideas for me to try and twist this situation.
So,
Thank you.
yes.
Ah, it's good shit.
Standing work there, Paul.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a bit of a shorter session, but I feel like it was a lot of payoff for the last one. I know the last one was a bit slow. So, anything that didn't make sense, or anything you
I'd
guys
say
want
it's a-
clarified up within the session, ask away. Ask away.
No. I am writing what I want to do in the next session, so I remember.
Very good. I hope it all made sense.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Were they hover trains?
No.
Oh. Ask.
They were not.
Okay. That's fine. Oh wait, no, we still would have been smushed if we tried to climb anything because of the grav. Yeah. I know we'd be fucking dead. We got caught me.
How about this? If I have 4 legs in the morning, diarrhea in the evening, and at night I fuck my dog, who am I?
Good question. I don't know. Who are you?
No, never do I. Help. I'm taking too much.
Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed.
But yes, that was a good session.
I expect it'll be Lancer again next week. As Nathan, I don't think is back
Yeah.
until Monday or something, and
Yeah.
probably isn't going to run anything anyway. So Lancer next week, boys. I think Reese maybe can't
well-
make it.
Reese can't make it because he's working 2 till 10.
Maybe Lancer the week after then. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Question for those who are interested. Cyberpunk Red. Who'd be interested in playing a game of that? Me DMing.
So when do you say it's gonna happen?
It's just in the works right now. I'm just like thinking who would be interested.
No date for it yet, but it would take over the off weeks of Lancer when Nathan wraps up Dark Heresy. So instead of Lancer Dark Heresy, it would be Lancer Cyberpunk. Is the idea. But it's
Okay.
not for a while yet until Nathan eventually wraps up Dark Heresy. Or
Sean, count me in.
I will send the PDF to just so you guys can have one. I think we'll wrap up there and just let Reese go.
Reese,
down.
honey, you can go now. It's okay.
Yeah,
you
you're
go
good
to
to go,
bed.
Reese. Good night,
You're
bud.
good to go.
Night night.
Night
Good
night.
night, bud. Nah, bye bye.
Jesse Bar.
Enjoy work. Poor fella.
Sleep, Billy.
He did ask me to wrap it up early, but 8:30, 10ish. I didn't think he was
Fair
gonna just fucking pass the fuck out at 8:30.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Holy fuck, he is.
No problem.
Fantastic.
it's fine. I'm glad he made it as far as he did.
Mhm.
He pretty much got to the end of that. So fuck you,
Yeah.
Nathan, as well. Fucking cunt.
What?
What did he do this?